Okay, we're back, everybody.
We're back. Hopefully with non-shitty audio.
Yes.
Now with 10% less shittiness, the Drunken Peasants podcast.
What, TJ? What did you say?
But for some reason, me and Scotty don't exist anymore.
Well, don't worry.
Oh, we don't exist.
Yeah, we're dead.
Oh, okay.
We're fucking dead. Jaclyn's alive, though.
Yeah.
Yay. Half alive.
Only half.
Only half.
Yeah, you were pwned half to death, but we'll get to that later.
Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and go.
Yeah, I guess we're just rolling full speed ahead here. I kind of feel like, you know, when the lights go out, you know, and everyone just lights candles and kind of sits around bored. That's what this feels like now. Someone should tell a scary story. Jaclyn, tell a scary story.
Once upon a time, there was a YouTube channel called The Amazing Atheist.
Yep. That's it?
That's pretty scary, right?
It's scary. I'm not scared. It sounds like a happy story to me.
Teasing.
Okay, so now we have the video going, and so Jaclyn, some guy made a video about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw it. I saw it earlier this afternoon, and I sent TJ a link.
She sent it to me. I want you guys to play a game wherein you try to identify the exact moment when I decided it was retarded.
Okay. No problem.
Alright. Play it.
Play that shit.
Hey guys, so recently there was a shooting
Oh, it's
at a
retarded.
historic church
Terrible
in South Carolina. Boston. It was a predominantly black church with a long history in the civil rights movement. A white 21-year-old man walked in, went to an hour-long Bible study, and after went on a shooting rampage that killed 9 people. The first thing I want to talk about in this video is the reaction that I've been seeing online. A lot of people are commenting on the way the shooter was taken into custody in comparison to how black people are regularly treated by the police.
Well, Jaclyn Glenn has decided to
You're being
weigh
attacked
in.
by a kangaroo.
Uh-huh.
With a Nirvana shirt, though.
I'm pretty sure, like, you've almost hit that point, TJ.
I've almost hit the point where I'm a kangaroo in a Nirvana shirt.
No, we're like, you turned the video off, like you said.
Nope, not quite yet.
No, I didn't say now. I said I'm pretty sure this is the point where you're like, what the fuck?
I didn't even care. I was just like, I accepted it.
Oh, okay.
Kangaroo in a Nirvana shirt. It's all good.
Oh, well, that's kind of strange, but okay.
Somehow she took a break from all her vlogs and all her Instagramming and her duck facing to peek on her social media. And what did she see? She saw the dumbass Jon Stewart speech. And she saw the propaganda from the racist left, racist against white people. Sorry, just to specify.
And yes.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay, yeah. First of all, so I'm not sure if you guys saw the Jon Stewart segment where he talked about the shooting.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, at no point did he say, or did I ever say in one of my videos, that we didn't like white people, or that we wanted to have like some sort of uprising against white people, or that we wanted to bring them down in any way. I mean,
why not,
though? Yeah, because there's no reason to do that. But apparently pointing out that there might still be an issue with racism is the same thing as what he called white shaming.
I put up a video today that was actually kind of got the same reception to an extent.
You're a race traitor.
People like, you just buy into this liberal media, left-wing media propaganda. It's like, what? Sorry?
Yeah, I mean, like, and an example,
what is your evidence of that?
It doesn't make sense to me because, like, especially with, you know, gay marriage and stuff being legal now is awesome. But I've been making videos for gay rights for like 4 years now, ever since I started doing YouTube, and never have I had a, you know, straight person come up to me and say, the fact that you point out that there's an issue with homosexuality means that you hate straight people. That's never happened, surprisingly. So it's amazing that you can point out an issue with racism and all of a sudden it must mean that you have an issue with white people.
Wouldn't you also say, I mean, like, I'm not sure what you would say. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say, which is that every single person, every group of people now, they seem to have, like, this persecution, we're oppressed complex. Like, Christians, they're like, oh, we're so oppressed in America.
Under siege.
White people, oh, the racist liberal media that hates white people, and then, you know, black people. Oh, the racist conservative media that hates us, and everyone's got their little complaint fest going on. We have fucking feminists and MRAs saying that, you know, even people who are like white middle class are oppressed because they have a penis or because they have a vagina or something. Like, everyone has to have, like, their little victim card out all the time. Like, oh, excuse me, oppressed victim here, let me through.
That'd be cool if you could use it at Disney World. Like, I deserve to be in the front of the line.
Excuse me, I'm oppressed.
I'm oppressed,
so I get front seas on Space Mountain, thank you. You could just clear these other people out of the way. That would be nice. I can say I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist. We're the most distrusted minority in America.
Yeah?
People hate us. Let me to the front.
No one trusts me.
No one wants an atheist standing behind them anyway. Let me to the front of the line.
And she's decided to comment on it. And her first two comments are she's going to go after the real hard-hitting, the real tough calls to make. Number one is the two people on Fox News who said this was an attack on Christianity and didn't acknowledge that it was racism. And then just a general blanket statement
excuse
that,
me.
hey, anybody who doesn't think this is racist...
On our fucking show, we watched shit tons of clips of Christians acting like this was a faith-based thing.
Exactly. And that's
and
why
totally ignoring all the evidence that it was racist. Go ahead.
That was my motivation, too, for making my video, because I kept seeing like billions of different Christians saying that it was based on that, and that just pissed me off that they were taking this and using it for that. I was just like, no, it's not about religion. It's about, you know, racially motivated things. So
it's not as if it's open-ended. Like, we have evidence that this was based on.
But why did it happen at church then?
Who the fuck knows? Because it was.
Why did it happen at church?
It was a church with a civil rights record.
You don't know, TJ. All coincidence.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The killer stated his fucking motives. Didn't he publish a fucking manifesto, for fuck's sake? But they still want to insist it was like a faith-based thing.
And that's why I made my video.
Yeah.
Not because I hate white people.
Yes, we all know that's why.
No, fuck white people. They're garbage.
You're racist, TJ. Oh,
Hashtag
you're racist.
White people are garbage.
You're racist, TJ.
Yeah, damn right I am.
Ban TJ from YouTube.
It's amazing.
Kill Whitey.
Like,
Kill Whitey.
Exactly. The kangaroo knows you're racist.
It's like,
go ahead.
Nice target. What is the point of that? It's like me getting on here and saying, hey, the earth is round. I got news for you people. The earth is round. And if you're out there, and
I heard
somebody who said the earth was flat, and I was like, no way, bro. And that's not even true. Earth is round, I'm telling you. So it's just, crazy. And then she talks about this image that was floated around, which is so ridiculously laughable. The cherry-picked image of the black guy, was it Gardner, who got choked out and died, who said he couldn't breathe, who resisted arrest, and then there was this huge ordeal that this obese man died from the incident. There's a picture of that guy, and then a picture of this racist kid in Charleston being led away into custody. But because he wasn't being choked during the process, while he had his handcuffs on, mind you, that's somehow unfair.
Okay, wait.
A little further.
Oh, come on.
Go a little further. Hold on.
And choke out this white guy as a revenge to keep it equal? Fucking ridiculous. Listen to what she says.
In this photo, you see a black.
Okay, so
here's the photo right here, so we have a little bit of reference. Although you can't see most of it, but you can see that that's Eric Garner getting chokeholded, and then what was his name, Roof, getting led away in handcuffs. Dylan Roof. So go ahead, Jaclyn.
Well, I mean, if you play it a little further, you'll see what I'm talking about. But he goes on a little rant at this point, saying that I am upset that Roof wasn't abused.
Isn't it more that you're upset that Eric Garner was abused?
Right. My point is that like police brutality obviously is not a good thing, and he takes this situation and decides to turn it and say that I am upset that, you know, the white kid wasn't beaten to death, which is
right.
ridiculous.
That was about as far as I got in this video, actually, because I'm sitting there like, what a is he this disingenuous, or is he just there's like a mental block?
You're happy he wasn't beaten.
it gets better. It gets even more hypocritical. You keep playing it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Black man who was selling cigarettes, and you see how he's being treated. And then you see the guy who killed 9 people, and the cops are like, well, yeah, he killed 9 people, but let's not use excessive force.
I mean, this is such a horrendous display of logic,
Nice
cherry
picture,
picking,
Jaclyn.
editing.
Thanks.
First of all, I can't even fathom how stupid this is to
Kangaroo's also
post this up.
changed how he's dressed too.
Yeah, the kangaroo has become Jaclyn. By the end of the video, the kangaroo will be Jaclyn.
Nice.
I think
Plot
you've made a
twist, just me
point.
making this video.
I could find thousands, hundreds of thousands of examples of cops physically restraining white people.
Oh my God,
resisted
Jaclyn,
arrest.
how do you
Hundreds of-
respond to this? Are you saying that no white people are ever abused by the
How
police,
did you
Jaclyn?
know? That's
Is that what
exactly
you're
what-
saying? Because that seems like it's what you're saying, Jaclyn.
Never has a white person been unfairly treated by the police. That's what I'm trying to
Never.
say. Ever.
Yeah, we can all agree on that fact, and that's totally obviously what you were trying to
Might
convey
as well
in
be
your
straw
video.
man the
Right.
video, dude. This video, like all the arguments in the videos are just straw mans. Like white people don't get abused by the police. This must be your position. It's like that's not her position. This is ridiculous.
Thousands.
The reason that Jaclyn sent me this video and was like, "What do you think of this?" Just out of the blue, and I watched it and I was like, "Fuck this shit." But the thing is, like, this guy, I guess that Jaclyn, didn't you say that there was like a bunch of people sending it to you like, "Jaclyn, you've been destroyed.
Yeah.
Observe your destruction.
Well, I mean,
The reckoning has come for you now, Jaclyn Glenn."
Close your YouTube channel immediately.
Right.
So
of
have you
course, I'm
felt
not-
like the Reaper over your head, Jaclyn?
No. I mean, like I got all these comments and I was like, oh, well, geez, I wonder what this video could possibly be that like just, made such incredible points to own me. So then I started watching it and I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me, because not only did he strawman the entire thing, but like half of this video, okay, I'm exaggerating here, but a lot of this video is insults. Like, oh, look at her duck face pictures. Which, by the way, I don't post duck face pictures.
I do.
Okay.
I'm even more of an Instagram whore than Jaclyn is.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's pretty funny.
But,
If anyone wants to
like,
see endless selfies of me,
Nah, I'm
my
good.
glory,
I mean, and all this
Good.
check out my
If he
Instagram.
wants to make fun of my selfies, then he should put up selfies, not professionally shot photos, but we'll get into that later. He insults me for taking these photos. He insults me for being too pale. He insults me for, like, all these types of things about my physical appearance, which is like, okay, so what don't you like about what I said that actually makes sense? So it's
Yeah, and
just
he's
like,
a fucking kangaroo, so what room does he have to
right,
talk?
I mean,
Right.
like, I looked through like some of his videos on his channel just briefly to see if he had any where he actually like showed his face, and I didn't see any, and I'm just like, of course not.
Yeah, Ben, of course.
Yeah, sounds like someone else on the Drunken Peasants.
Happens all the time. Guess what? This little kid didn't resist arrest. He didn't resist arrest, and guess what? Now he's going to jail, and he will be put to death.
You say he was a little
What
kid?
would have
Isn't he
happened
like
to Garden?
28?
This little kid.
No, he's 21, I think.
Okay, well that's still not a little kid.
Definitely not a child, that's for sure.
If he had survived that chokehold. And nobody's even talking about this guy who choked him, and yeah, of course he should have not used that technique, he should have stopped, etc. This guy shouldn't have been morbidly obese. It was an accident. What would have happened? He would have been led.
He should have been morbidly obese.
Right. It's
By
the,
that logic, then he shouldn't have been committing a crime either. Oh.
it's the guy's fault.
Shouldn't have been standing on that corner. Shouldn't have been living in that city.
Right.
Shouldn't have been born into this world.
Yeah. All valid points with this guy.
to jail, given every right possible, and let out of jail. Add it to his criminal record, which was long, add another item to it, and he's done. This white guy is going to be put to death.
How do you know?
And rightfully so, but oh, doesn't he have it easy? He's got a bulletproof vest. The fuck is that about? This is like,
I don't know.
This guy is just like, these are like ramblings of a lunatic at this point.
No, it gets better. I promise. Keep going.
this bloodlust that they want somehow revenge. It's not good enough that we're going to kill this guy. No, we want you to rough him up when you take him into custody.
No, that's the that's the exact opposite point.
I mean, look at him. He's
What I was
white.
trying to say. This is exactly what I was trying to say before. So this guy is trying to say that because I pointed out a difference in the way people are treated, that means that I wanted this kid to be abused, that I wanted him to be beaten by the police. And because I knew people were going to say stupid shit like that, I clearly said in my video that police brutality is never a good thing, to which he responded to my comments saying, oh, a way to state the obvious. It's like, well, clearly I have to state the obvious because there are people like you who take me out of context on purpose.
And even and what does it matter if you're just stating the obvious? Because it must not be obvious because he fucking didn't himself realize it when he's making this piece of shit.
I was about to say it's not obvious to him.
Yeah, well, that's what he's about to say. So, yep.
Gentle. Oh, and get him a bulletproof vest too.
And do you hear that little attitude on her? Oh, look at him. He's white.
Oh, why do you have such a little attitude?
Attitude on you.
What's with that little attitude on you, Jaclyn?
Stop it.
Attitude.
Stop with that little attitude, girl.
But it's cute.
No, it's not. Stop with your little attitude.
Fabulous, TJ.
You're gonna get a
It's fabulous.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have
Be
several
gentle.
implements back in
That's
my
her interpretation
chamber.
of you. You, Mr. White person watching this. She thinks you are a fucking racist because
Actually,
you're white.
no. Bullshit. Pause it a second. So the comment that I was saying right there, it was somebody that I know. I'm not going to call him out. Posted the image that he had on there previously with that as the caption, saying, "Oh, and let's get him a bulletproof vest too." After I made that comment in my video, I added to the end of that, now these are some of the comments that I've been seeing online. That was not something coming from me. That was something that I was repeating from what I read online, and I said that in the video, but apparently for this purpose, it's easier to say that, it's my feelings, even though I say afterwards that I don't support
Well, Jaclyn, I mean, he obviously doesn't follow the plot threads too well, so maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because, he seems pretty dense. Maybe intentionally so, though. I don't know.
She thinks you're treating this murderer kindly because you're white and he's white. Do you realize how fucking insulting that is? That is just insane.
I'm so insulted.
This girl puts on her makeup, gets in front of a camera, and in front of her huge audience, just decides to be like, oh, I'll just disparage all white people and accuse them of being racist. My evidence...
Yeah, you fucking bitch. What's wrong with you, Jaclyn? Stop it. Why did you do that?
You know what? I just decided to make a video against racism because I hate white people.
Yeah, fuck them. White people cause all the world's wars. True facts.
I believe it.
Custody, but they didn't do it violently enough. White people are racist.
Yep.
Disgraceful.
I've seen a lot of reactions like this online, and I think a lot of people who say things like this are half joking, kind of, but,
Yeah, it's even in the video.
Oh.
He includes the clip where he says, where you say that that's something that you saw online in his video, and yet addresses it as though he didn't see that.
Yep.
I want the police to use excessive force. This guy deserves to be punished to the full extent of the law. He deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison, but that doesn't mean that he deserves people to shoot him or the cops to shoot him or beat him, to death. There's nothing good about police brutality, and it's something that should never be encouraged.
And can you believe she felt it necessary to make this point?
Yeah,
God,
you're a fucking moron, dipshit.
Totally redundant points.
How are you this stupid? I mean, it doesn't... In your mind, how do you hold these two contradictory things in your head at the same time without them ever like, oh, holy shit, this doesn't make any sense? Jaclyn?
I mean, I pretty much already said how I feel about this. I mean, he calls me out for thinking that I want police brutality. Then I clarified because I knew people would think that by saying I don't like police brutality. And then he's like, I can't believe she felt the need to say something so clearly, oh, everybody should already know that, duh. It's like, well, I guess he doesn't connect those two dots that are right there next to each other. But
yeah, I don't know.
It's a point that does not need to be said. It's incredible that she feels the need to say the point. It tells you what's going on in her brain. She's like, no. I'm wondering if I would have been happier if they had beaten him, sort of bloodied him up, maybe choked him for a bit.
What was going on in my brain? What was going on?
Happier.
I wonder if there can be people out there who think or who are stupid enough to think that I actually endorse police brutality. That was what was going through my head when I said it, and clearly I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, even when you tried to head it off at the pass, it still fucking landed on your doorstep, so...
I feel like that would have been more equal, and I kind of want them to do that to this white guy. But I don't think police brutality is good, really, ever. Thank you, Jaclyn. Thank you, you enlightened, noble warrior. It's like me. This weekend, I'm going to be babysitting for my friend. And before they go, as they're going out the door, I'm going to say, hey, guys, enjoy your movie. It's your date night. And
Do not entrust your child
I'm not
to
going
this
to be raping your toddler. Seriously, I just want to reassure you that your toddler will not be raped. Not a chance in the world. No raping whatsoever going to be happening. Enjoy your film, guys. Catch you later. It says more about you, Jaclyn, that you had to say
Hold
that
on.
you're...
What?
This is the worst analogy for an argument ever.
I mean, that's like comparing like someone eating a donut that they weren't supposed to eat to like Hitler committing the Holocaust or something. It's like, oh, it's pretty much on the same level. What a strange example.
Against police brutality. Jesus. Look how far back we have to go. Look at the baseline we have to establish.
The problem is not that this guy was treated with...
It's so annoying. It's so annoying to me because when he plays Jaclyn's video in this, the audio is so much lower than when he talks, and then his booming ass voice comes on like blah blah blah. I'm like, fuck, man.
I'll tell you what.
Talk louder in your videos, Jaclyn.
The problem is that people who are black are often treated unfairly, and that's the problem we need to focus on.
People that are black are often treated unfairly? What? Oh, cry me a river. Oh, the people that are black, they're often treated unfairly by the cops? Maybe they should stop dealing with the cops. Maybe they should stop committing crimes. How about you mention that in the sentence?
Oh, we solved the case, TJ. Stop dealing with the police. Generally, police encounters go one way. The police stop you. You don't stop the police. Like, I'm gonna fuck with you now.
He's saying these black
I know.
people. He's basically, I mean, like, how he says. I don't understand this too. Like, he says, like, we're not racist, but here he is saying, like, black people just need to stop committing all these fucking crimes, man. It's like, how are you not racist? Just fucking say. Just fucking say that you're racist. I mean, like, I would respect you more if you were just like, hi, I'm racist, and I hold these opinions. But instead you'd be like, I'm not racist, I just think black people are a bunch of lying criminals.
I'm not racist, but is generally like, they're racist.
But I have a black friend.
I know one black guy.
I have a black friend, and he agrees with me.
Please just mention.
That's actually what the shooter said. A lot of people were like, well, the shooter has a black friend that didn't think he was racist. It's like, oh, okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to forget everything else that leads to him being racist. Because he has a black friend. Oh.
Right.
I knew, you know, like, I lived in the South. I saw racists with black friends, but, like, the black friends usually were racist against black people, too. Like, yeah, I hate them, too.
Well...
Yeah,
like,
that's really what.
I really saw that shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Growing up in fucking Louisiana, you see it.
That's the price they pay to have white friends.
I guess
white
it is.
Racist friends.
If you want to hang with the white racist and you're black,
oh, he's different. He's special.
you can do it as long as you like admit your inferiority to them and like, yeah, I'm stupid, you know.
Black people are insanely more criminal than every other race of people.
Are you?
Wow.
All criminals and cutthroats.
I mean, like, such an ignorant statement almost negates anything else you say.
I would say so.
I don't know.
Let's
Is
keep
that
going.
worth a mention? Or no, they're the victims, right? So while they're committing crimes, while they are killing infinitely more people than every other race in America.
Infinitely more. Infinitely.
That's crazy.
Black people have killed infinitely more people than anyone else. They're just murder machines.
Yeah, every black person has a quota. It's like, I gotta kill 10 white people today. And rob them first, of course, too.
I bet you this is the same kind of guy that if he's, like, walking down the street and a black person's coming towards him, he, like, goes on the other side of the street. Like, oh, shit. Gotta avoid this.
They're getting victimized. Oh, I'm supposed to feel bad for that? Fuck that. But thank you, Jaclyn, for not just fighting police brutality. No, fighting police brutality when it comes to black people. That's your noble crusade. That's your exorcism.
I would say that I'm against all police brutality.
Good thing I said police brutality is never a good thing in my video.
He did so much research on your photo shoot. It seems like.
Yeah, he did a lot.
Well,
Interesting.
We haven't gotten into a lot of the comments on that, but yeah, like, I mean, obviously he's trying to use this as a way of like, reducing my credibility or something, which he actually does say later on in the video. It's just like so stupid that you need to resort to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look at this. How could someone who's dressed like this have anything relevant to say about anything? Listen to smart people like me.
And if you read the comments, that's exactly the sentiment a lot of people are expressing, which I'm not surprised to see. I knew that was going to happen whenever I did it. But, there are people out there that are just going to be assholes no matter what you do. So I'm not going to try to change what I'm doing to appease people like that.
I shoved a banana in my ass.
Congratulations, TJ.
No, you didn't.
I topped you.
Atheist, did you really put a banana in your butt?
Yeah. It was fun. I would do it again.
Whiter than the average white person. Look at the makeup job. She goes to like a mortician to get her makeup done.
See, here we go.
What? Oh my god.
You go to a fucking mortician. You look like a corpse, Jaclyn.
Are you alive?
Actually,
You're a fucking zombie, aren't you?
Isn't
Admit
it the job of a mortician to make a corpse look alive?
Yes.
I mean, like.
that's probably the joke he's trying to make.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really get it.
But you look like a corpse, is what Jaclyn, it's like putting lipstick on a fucking fish or something.
Right, it's like you're going to sit there and be like, oh, you wear too much makeup and you're too pale. It's like, pick one.
Right. Yeah.
You live in Los Angeles.
You live in Los Angeles.
You live in Los Angeles. You should be burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
The most cogent point yet.
Sounds to me like he hates white people.
Yeah?
He's
Oh
like,
my
hey,
God.
I like white people, but you're a little too white for me.
Get a tan.
Yeah, there's
Become a little darker.
there's a very limited skin tone range that he accepts people from. He doesn't like them too dark, but he doesn't like them too white either.
Right.
He likes real white people.
He has
TJ.
standards.
By the way, embarrassingly enough, this is an atheist channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
and you
it's
know
called
what?
Atheism is Unstoppable.
And
man.
sucks. It sucks because, a lot of people look at channels like mine and TJ's and think that we are like these hateful assholes because we call people out on their bullshit. But I feel like the people we call out, like, they're doing harm. They're like fundamentalist charlatans that are out there, causing people to think negatively about themselves and stuff, and they need to be called out because, separation of church and state and stuff. It's something that all of us have to live with. But this guy, every single video that I have seen from him, which, to be honest, haven't been many, but I mean, he sits there and calls Matt Dillahunty a fat cunt. He sits there and, not that I'm a huge fan of the Young Turks, but he sits there and calls, people there overweight and stuff. And it's like, are all of your videos just going to be attacking the physical appearance of people who you don't necessarily agree with? And every other word is just like trying to insult them. It seems just so nasty and negative, and it just leaves me feeling so like gross. It's so.
Isn't it funny though that it seems like
line.
It's almost universal that the people who are the most likely to attack other people's physical appearances are people who are never on camera themselves.
Oh yeah, hiding behind anonymity, of course.
I mean, Ben wears a mask, but Ben is not. I don't think I've ever heard Ben attack a physical appearance.
I
Maybe
just
if,
want to say,
like,
TJ,
exceptionally ugly.
You're the ugliest piece of shit I know.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I'm his brother, and I agree with that statement.
Well, both of them say I'm an ugly piece of shit, but I know I'm beautiful. So
you're beautiful on the inside, TJ.
No,
but not on the outside.
On the inside, I'm even more ugly. But
no, on the inside you're beautiful, TJ.
But on the outside,
you're like a rainbow on the inside.
He's like
TJ.
a tauntaun, and they cut open the
like
tauntaun.
That's true. If we're all stuck in like the Arctic, TJ, we could survive in like in your stomach, dude. So thanks for that.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
Elvira.
Useful.
Now this gets fucking even more retarded
Elvira.
than.
Did he call you Elvira?
Yeah.
Does he even know what Elvira looked like, or
He's really clever, TJ. He has these jokes just down.
they just come to him?
They just come to him like another zinger.
Already been. What is this stat? Jaclyn, you watch shit on your social media that is, you watch the Young Turks. You watch shit that they repeat over and over their agenda. So they have hand-selected instances time and time again.
Every single fucking person who's out here spewing an opinion is, of course, pushing their fucking agenda. You're pushing your agenda. The fuck does it matter? Everyone's got an agenda. Duh.
You and I go onto World Star Hip Hop and let's find black people beating up white people time and time and again. And every week, I'm going to post 5 of those stories to your newsfeed. And then what are you going to do? You're going to get up in front of your camera and be like, you know what we got to do? We got to fight this whole backlash against white people and the attacks of black people on white people.
I've seen a lot of World Star Hip Hop videos, and I would say most of them are black people beating up black people.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the problem with all this shit is I grew up in the South, and I know that white people can be just as fucking rowdy. It really has a lot more to do with socioeconomic class than anything else. Because I've seen some rednecks do some crazy shit.
That's what I saw in my news
Where's
feed.
Scotty?
However, it is worth mentioning that there is a sharp contrast between how black guys and white guys are treated whenever they're taken into custody. I mean, you can have a black guy who is running from the police, who is scared, and the police can say, well, we feared for our lives, so we had to shoot him down. But this white guy who just killed 9 people...
And then lie about it and say that he stole a taser and was, like, trying to attack.
Mm-hmm. No, he just killed 9 people. Well, I mean, that's just not as threatening.
What a fucking ludicrous thing to say. First of all, she's loosely referencing the black guy who was running away from the cop who had pulled him over for a speeding ticket or a traffic violation and then got shot in the back. And the guy was going to try to lie about it. Was going to try to plant a gun or plant his taser. Okay, what happened in that case? The guy got charged with homicide and is in jail and will be in jail. He's no longer a cop.
That's only because
everybody denounced what he did.
So many other instances of that kind of thing got fucking media attention, and also because there was actually video evidence of it. I mean, if no one had filmed that incident take place, the cop's story would have been never questioned.
You're brainwashed by the liberal media.
That would have been the narrative till the fucking, you know, end of time, is that this guy stole a taser and attacked the police, and that's why he died.
And they acted in self-defense. We had to kill him.
That's what his life amounts to, is this lie
TJ,
that everybody believes.
Really, he was asking for it.
And the cops, I mean, like, you really think this is the only cop doing that kind of shit?
Yes. Obviously.
And then she references this guy like, I'm sorry, how do you think they apprehended this guy in South Carolina? Please explain that to me. Do you think they knocked on his door? She's making it sound like it was just, duck, duck, duck. Hey, just wondering if the killer's in here. Also, we have some Thin Mint cookies we want to sell you. Jaclyn, they went and stormed his house, guns drawn. And if he did any fucking thing, he would have been shot. Turns out he gave himself up. And then once arrested, once detained, once handcuffed, you're upset that he's not getting beaten on, he's getting...
No, she's not.
The car.
You're so dumb. You're so fucking dumb.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
We can all... Look, the Eric Garner video, we've all seen it. He was not resisting arrest to anywhere near the point where that became necessary. He was basically trying... He had his hands up in the air like this and was walking
You know what,
backwards,
TJ?
like...
You want to tie the hands of the police.
Leave me alone. I'll just leave.
You just want to tie the hands of the police.
And then a cop jumped up on top of his back and wrapped his fucking arm around his throat and took him to the ground and strangled him until he fucking died.
Yeah, with some... I mean, this chokehold was allegedly illegal for 20 years, but I mean, come on, guys. The police got to do what they got to do. The streets are mean. We all know that. Come on.
You just don't know what it's like.
You don't know what it's like, TJ.
Also, what is he now? What is even going on here? Is it like a panda going?
Yeah, panda.
Or that will lead him to the cell, which will lead him to the court, which will lead him to the death penalty.
We don't.
How do you know?
That's
You
not
don't
good
know he's
enough
going to be
for you.
sentenced to death.
Fucking.
I think they have said they're going to go after him for the death
They
penalty.
might, but I mean, there's like, it's not guaranteed.
No, it's not
happen.
guaranteed. Obviously, he's going to be convicted.
It's
I mean,
probable.
Sure.
And even if he does get the death penalty, he still has like multiple decades of the appeals process to look forward to.
Batshit lunacy.
But mostly I'd like to focus on how the media does not want to call this a hate crime.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now it's the word game. It's not bad enough. She's not satisfied until it's
Word
a word
slave.
that is just
You're a
powerful
word
enough.
slave.
You're a
Jaclyn.
word slave.
Yeah, this is referencing the Fox News multiple Fox News segments where they didn't want to call it a hate crime because they wanted to focus on the fact that it was something targeted at Christianity and not a racial thing, which I say in my video. And I'm not sure if he addresses that or not. I didn't make it this far, but again, he's trying to avoid the actual point I'm trying to make it seem like I just don't like white people.
Was evil. It was horrendous. We are going to kill him now. What he did, it is poo-poo. What do you want? What negative word do you want? Hate crime? Sure, it's a hate crime. Who's arguing that?
Fox News is. Isn't she says in the video who's arguing it? Come on.
Oh my God.
Are we done with this, Jaclyn?
I mean, yeah, I don't need to watch it.
I don't either.
Yeah, the torture can end now.
All right.
If anyone wants to see the whole thing, I'm assuming it's not hard to find.
I don't know why you'd would, because this guy's arguments are just non-existent and terrible, but knock yourself out.
All right. I guess we'll move on. Let's see. Oh, here's the Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
Wicked Ways.
This is a video about TJ.
Hello, everybody. Wild Bill for America here. And I owe an apology to all my internet friends and enemies. I made a serious mistake when I attempted to quote 2 Chronicles 7:14 in a previous video.
You fucked up, Bill.
I thought I could do it by memory, but I left out a critically important part. So,
you fucked up.
Here I sit in the middle of the night to make my apology. Now, for those of you who are atheists, liberal, or Kardashian, you probably have very little knowledge.
Did you say Kardashian or Kardashian?
I think he said Kardashian.
Okay.
Remember, I think he made like a video about Star Trek and how he hated it or something anyway.
He probably hates the Kardashians too.
Yeah,
he hates them all.
The most important book in the world, the Bible. It's not just a book of warning, it is the most powerful source of truth and hope on earth. And here's where I messed up.
Obviously.
Here's the correct
most powerful
quote.
source
in
of truth
2
and hope.
Chronicles 7:14, God
you know what's really
tells
funny?
us,
We went to Europe. I don't know if we ever mentioned that to you guys, but we went to Europe, and every time we went to one of these museums, these art museums, and we went through like the Christian art section, it was always like, hope was not the message. The message was like, life is misery and pain and suffering, and you are worms.
Basically.
Worms!
You know, another one was like, it showed people having a good time, and it's like, avoid this. This is bad. This is temptation.
Yeah, like
be pious.
Show like some people partying and the devil's like in the background, like,
don't do that.
Now I've got you. You should be suffering somewhere. Then God loves you.
Well, TJ, the Bible is the greatest book of truth.
if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. I left out the part where God says to turn from their wicked ways. If America wants to be healed of the evil that is overrunning this nation, then America must turn from her wicked ways.
Yeah.
To receive the promise of God, America must stand with God on the homosexual issue, the abortion issue, and the Islam issue.
Yeah, fucking God don't like none of that shit. God don't like baby killers, he don't like gays, and he doesn't like them fucking Muslims.
Abominations before God, and any nation or person who embraces those things is under the wrath of God. The USA, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom are all suffering from governments that have brazenly embraced these abominations, and as a result, all four of those nations are facing the same problems, not the least of which is a national government.
I would say, like...
what about all these, like, majority Christian countries in, like, Africa and Mexico and shit? How come they're not faring any better?
I would say the countries he just mentioned are all very decent countries to live in.
Right.
No, there's a great place for Wild Bill. It's called Saudi Arabia.
No, he doesn't like Islam, though.
You know what, though? He'll learn to like it. He's like...
I think he would. You know, a lot of these Christian conservatives, I think they'd be a lot happier if they just converted to Islam and moved to the Middle East.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really life more at their speed, honestly.
Homosexuality punishable by death. Wonderful.
Yeah, they like it. Everything, they share a lot of common core values, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to get on and move there.
They want religion and government. That's pretty much throughout the Middle East. They want, you know, supremacy for them and their own. So that's pretty much the case in the Middle East. Because they can just say, we're Muslims, so we're better than everywhere else. So really, it sates all their needs and desires.
I mean, you pretty much own you can have multiple wives and you own them pretty much too in most of those countries. We're referring to like Saudi Arabia and like Yemen and places like that.
Just like the Bible wants.
Yeah.
Controlled by the promoters of evil. I just had dinner with Kevin David and his lovely wife. They're from England and are very active in fighting Islamic aggression against their fellow citizens in the United Kingdom. Not only do they have to fight hate-filled, abusive Muslims, they also have to fight a corrupt government that seems to be controlled by Muslim radicals. Kevin looked me in the eye and asked for my honest opinion about why these things are happening. I flat out told him that these problems are threatening our nations because
the devil done did it.
So TJ, when we were in England, did you feel almost like you were in, you know, a Muslim theocratic dictatorship?
Yeah, I felt
the
like
whole time.
I felt like I was like, is this London or
We all
Mecca?
felt
What
like
the fuck
that.
is going on? You know?
We were woke by the call to prayer, and TJ was like, I better pray now. Oh shit, I'm scared.
I thought I was in fucking Agrabah from
Sharia
Aladdin.
law everywhere you look.
Was in effect. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I saw a woman get beheaded in the streets. It was horrible.
Is Jaclyn still there?
I'm still
No,
here.
she's dead.
Okay.
She's
I
dead.
died.
You
No,
can
I-
jump in, Jaclyn.
This guy is like talking about how hateful Muslims are when he's sitting there talking about how gays are horrible and abortions and
Yeah, all of them lack self-awareness.
everyone else sucks except for us, and they're hateful for being pretty much the same, only on a different religion.
Yes.
as our people have turned their backs on God, shoving respect for God out of our schools and government, and now they are getting exactly what they asked for, a nation devoid of God's blessing. Now, God may have withdrawn his hand, but he's not gone. Let's break this promise of God down a bit.
Okay.
2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name. Who are the people called by the name of God? They are the men and women who worship the one true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Bible. And his name is not Allah.
Thank you for clarifying. I would have been confused.
Was it a law? It's not a law. Oh, okay. Shit.
Show me Allah!
I mean, they didn't call him God either.
Yahweh?
Yeah, I mean, like...
Well, what's funny is we were talking about Malta one time, and people in Malta, a lot of them are Catholic, and they call God Allah, even though they're Catholic.
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's one of the people that's like Catholics aren't really Christians.
He probably is.
He probably
Whatever.
is.
It's just it's a way that another language... I
know. They're idiots.
Humble themselves and pray. Now, effective prayer is always humble because when you come into the presence of God, you see yourself from God's perspective, and we have nothing
How
within
could you see yourself
ourselves to
from
be
God's
arrogant.
perspective? Wouldn't that make you like God like that? Like, you know, like I can see myself from God's perspective.
I went to God just to see.
And that also is a crazy statement because
And I was looking.
you're an idiot.
Yeah.
It's, when is that ever going to be appropriate?
And will turn from their wicked ways. Now, there are two things required for salvation: believing in Jesus Christ, the Son of God, and repenting of your sins. In other words,
Yeah.
turning from your wicked ways. Nations can do the same thing.
TJ.
It has happened before
That's
in
what I'm
both the
talking
UK and the USA. National revivals where
I
the
want to
entire
listen to
nation...
Antichrist Superstar while listening to this video now.
No way.
It syncs up.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so...
Oh man, I should like sync Wild Bill singing it. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I lined up a
dude.
bunch of videos, more conservative media backlash against the Supreme Court ruling.
Jesus, they're still whining.
Yeah.
Obviously, dude.
All right. Yeah. Well,
Do you have a Donald Trump video?
I do have one of the of him also that we'll get to.
Neat.
On Friday,
This
the
fuck.
Supreme Court made it easier for people
To get their dick
to go to
sucked.
hell.
Okay.
Cool.
True.
You were close.
Also hell, yes.
To
Because when I'm getting my dick
go
sucked,
to
I'm like,
hell.
this is hell.
Hell.
To go to hell.
Sodomites go to hell.
Even though I have a paper in front of me, I take a really long time to talk.
Now, am I saying that the Supreme Court sent people to hell? No, I am not. But I am saying that they now have some
What I'm saying is, fuck them faggots.
Yeah.
accountability before God because they have made it easier for people to reject the truth of the Scripture about eternal salvation. This is a...
So what? What does it matter? Like, even if you believe in all this bullshit, like, shouldn't you be happy about anything that happens because it's all part of God's plan and you know you're saved anyway? Like, wouldn't it make the most sense to just fucking not even give a fuck about it and just leave this world to its folly and just prepare yourself for your amazing afterlife? You know, chilling with Jesus and shit.
But there's so much good news, TJ. Have you heard about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior?
Yeah, I think
you can accept him into your heart, TJ.
I think we've all heard about him at this point.
I'm not sure if you've heard about him, TJ.
Hey, Jaclyn, have you heard about Jesus Christ?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me.
He's some kind of carpenter or some shit. I think he got nailed to some sticks like 2,000 years ago.
Some twigs or something?
Some people like him. I don't know what the deal is.
Is that supposed to be good news?
You know, I don't really get that part. But
good news, you're all going to hell.
Well, no, Jesus is going to save you guys. Come on.
Good news, the universe is ruled by a cosmic despot with these insanely difficult-to-follow rules. Wow.
Wonderful.
Save you from himself.
I've never heard better news in all my life.
Serious and a sobering thing. And the Supreme Court, the majority on the Supreme Court, is going to need to answer for this one day. You know, there's a saying out there that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I would suggest that it also may be paved with misguided, immoral, unlawful, and unconstitutional Supreme Court decisions.
Not as catchy.
Now, what I would say is the Supreme Court jeopardized the eternal souls of millions of Americans on Friday by justifying the sin of homosexuality. Now,
Excuse
the Supreme
me.
Court,
There's already shitloads of sins that are totally legal. Why aren't you whining about any of those? People, it's not a fucking crime to
commit adultery.
Right. It used to be, but it's not anymore.
No, it hasn't been for a long time.
No, I mean, it's not a crime to fucking have sex before you're married. I mean, there's tons of shit that's not a fucking crime that are supposedly sinful. Taking the Lord's name in vain, right? I mean, keep the Sabbath holy.
Keep the Sabbath holy, TJ, 10 Commandments.
Respect your mommy and daddy. I mean, none of this shit's the law.
has considerable authority, and it communicated, I believe, an exceedingly dangerous message on Friday that homosexual marriage and homosexuality are not perversions to be renounced, but a constitutional right or constitutional rights that are to be celebrated and promoted.
Not promoted. Just because something's legal doesn't mean it's promoted.
I mean, like, it's not like the government is going to be giving out pamphlets like, is being gay for you? Like, I don't know. Let's see.
Maybe.
Open it up. Like, here's a picture of the various different types of male genitalia and asses. Let's see if any of them arouse. Oh, I kind of like number 7. I don't know. Might be a little bi-curious. Oh, that's fine. You know, we have these new government-made pills that enhance gayness. Make you even gayer.
They're mandatory now.
Yeah, we're putting it in the water supply come September anyway, but we'll give you early access if you want.
So the court has moved millions of impressionable Americans one giant step further away from repentance and eternal life.
So, Scotty, when gay marriage was legalized, you broke up with your girlfriend and immediately formed a gay union, right?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm actually in several homosexual relationships now.
Oh, okay.
Several.
Wow.
One's not enough. I'm getting gay married.
You
to all
network
of them.
fast. Oh, you're going to get a polygamous gay marriage.
Yes, 7 gay marriages all at once.
Wow.
I mean, they open the floodgates. Why not, you know?
I need to catch up. I only have 3 gay weddings to look forward to.
Ben, how many do you have to look forward to? Maybe 4 or 5?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, now I'm gonna try to marry my cat. That's what's next.
Oh, you're going one
wow.
step further, Jaclyn.
I support your civil rights.
That's going to be at the Supreme Court soon.
Jaclyn gonna get her some pussy. It's funny, even though it's the most obvious joke in the world. But.
Yes, it is.
All right, here's some more.
On Friday...
Oh, wrong one.
Dr. Land, we appreciate your time on Newsmax Prime.
Dr. Land,
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Air,
Dr. C.
I do too. Let me just put the question to you squarely. Is religious freedom at risk?
Yes, it is.
Spoiler alert, it is.
It so fucking is right now, guys.
Slippery slope arguments, to
Every religious
commence.
person now is going to be forced to get married to the same sex.
And renounce God.
Exactly. That's what this was all
Do
about.
you renounce God and accept this penis into your asshole? I do.
And if you don't, the firing squad awaits.
We'll kill your
Absolutely.
family.
Absolutely, unquestionably, and unequivocally. In 1940, Winston Churchill said that the Battle of France was over and the Battle of Britain was about to begin. Well, unless we have a spiritual awakening in America, the battle for traditional marriage is over, and the battle for religious freedom has begun.
Yeah. Wow.
Religion again under
How can they
siege.
even say that with a straight face? The religious freedom thing.
Because they're fucking stupid.
I have a right that you two faggots can't get married. It's my right.
Yeah,
it's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. You're a moron. Go back to the Stone Age where you belong.
Yeah, man.
And that statement sounds very similar to a document, a letter, I believe you signed along with 99 other Christian leaders dissenting from the Supreme Court decision. Tell us about your action taken today.
Well, we just made it very clear as
set themselves on
Christian
fire.
leaders that we dissent from this decision, and these are basic core principles of the Christian faith. And I know it's difficult for liberals to understand this, but we have convictions, and convictions can't be coerced, and they can't be intimidated, and they can't be threatened.
Yes, they can. They've totally been several times throughout history. You don't believe in the same variant of Christianity that people believed in 200 fucking years ago.
There's plenty of versions of Christianity that he doesn't agree with. I presume.
Yeah, today.
Presumably, he only agrees with one of them out of the hundreds.
Probably thousands.
Thousands, yeah.
To speak the truth in love. Just because 5 lawyers say that same-sex marriage is legal, that doesn't make it moral, and that doesn't make it right.
Okay, well,
that's
part of the Constitution that you're always fucking jerking off to.
Right, just because something's legal doesn't mean that it's moral. If you think it's immoral, then that's fine, but you can't you can't get in the way of other people doing it now.
Yeah,
There's tons of people who think drinking is immoral, and that's definitely not illegal.
Yeah, or eating meat.
Or swearing.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of people. There's plenty of shit that's immoral but still legal to do. You know, the law and morality are not like joined at the hip or some shit.
Well, morality changes.
So does the law.
Yeah. Absolutely. Even what's moral to Christians has changed over time.
Well, yeah, of course, because once everybody understands that something is just ridiculous, like I think now in 20 years people are going to look back on this, making gay marriage legal like we used to look back on, slavery and stuff, and be like, I can't believe there used to be a time where, we wouldn't allow people to have same-sex marriage, and religion is probably going to adopt that. Like, oh yeah, we never thought there was anything wrong with that. They're going to try to take it in as though they were on the side that won all along. It's just
so basically the typical Catholic Church style revisionist shit.
Well, I mean, even I guess technically it's still frowned upon, as far as divorce goes in the Catholic Church, but divorce is so much more accepted now, even among Catholics, where you supposedly need an annulment to get rid of to end a marriage. Divorce was looked at as so immoral, and that was a big part of the Protestant Reformation. So,
yeah, people learned some shit on this show.
Gone on record saying they would rather go to jail than perform a same-sex marriage. Do you think it could come to that?
It could, but I think there'll be some intermediate steps first. They will come after the tax-exempt status of traditional churches that refuse to compromise.
Here's an idea. How about you guys wait for this shit to actually happen?
How do you map that out?
It?
Gays can get married, and next thing you know, churches have to pay taxes. When did that can you map this out?
Also, I mean, if I were these guys, I would stop bringing this issue up. They're going to start taxing us, because I think the more you start bringing it up, the more people ask the question.
The IRS is How much money did Pat Robertson make this year?
I would not even the IRS, but me. I'm sitting there like, huh. You know, because there's so much money that they could add to the tax base. It's basically just money being thrown at nothing anyway.
And obviously these guys are not apolitical. I mean, that's just a joke.
Right, and that's the whole thing is like, you know, it's not as if religion doesn't involve itself in public affairs. I don't see why it deserves exemption from paying taxes when every fucking buddy else and every corporation has to. Except for GE, of course.
Their beliefs on same-sex marriage. They'll come after the accreditation of Christian colleges that do not allow same-sex couples to live together and to engage in homosexual activities. They will.
Why would they change the standards of a private school that already has the right to implement its own standards anyway?
And how do they actually prevent the actual homosexual activity from happening?
Right.
Not at all.
They don't have cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe they do, TJ. Maybe they do.
Male asses have been fucked at these institutions before, and it will happen again. Unless they put cameras everywhere, which they might do because they are insane.
Come after student loans. I mean, you know, with one fell swoop of the pen, the President of the United States, by an executive order, could say, we will not allow any federally guaranteed student loans to be used at any college that in any way, shape, or form discriminates against homosexuals. And that would put a lot of Christian colleges out of business almost immediately.
Fuck them. If that actually happened, I'd be clapping. I don't know what the fucking downside of that is. It's like, oh, you know, you guys don't even believe in government money to fucking begin with, but you're going to sit there and be like, we might lose our student loans from the government. It's like, well, if you guys can't survive without government subsidy, I guess you shouldn't exist anyway.
It's funny how they
by your own fucking free market bullshit principles.
It's funny how they change their tune when it can actually affect them. It's like, I hate the government. Oh, we need this government money. Oh, government doesn't need to change a thing.
Government needs to keep fucking letting us suck the cash tit. Please, please.
Here's another one.
We've had these Supreme Court decisions.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This is recent?
Yeah.
This woman dresses like this now?
Yes.
Okay.
Biblical marriage. And the Lord said to me, duck your head. Duck your head.
So the Lord's telling her to do stuff.
Swing away.
Yeah,
swing away.
Oh.
Signs reference.
Tell Joaquin Phoenix to swing away.
I said, oh God, duck my head.
There's one single civilization that has survived that
this is like a montage of different conservatives saying different weird shit.
Embraced homosexuality.
In the United States, but in its official policy, establishes homosexual sodomy as a basis for marriage under the Constitution. That's a whole new ballgame, and I'm predicting that we're going to see some kind of calamity and judgment is going to occur.
Calamity is going to happen.
Supreme Court rules against...
You know, these motherfuckers are now crossing their fingers for some kind of calamity.
Please let this be the end of the world, please.
They sound like Westboro Baptists now. I mean, at this point where they're like, God's going to judge us because we let gays get married. That's a Westboro Baptist kind of thing.
My question is, like, why hasn't God destroyed Canada or the UK or other places that have allowed
the Netherlands,
gay marriage?
Yeah.
Why hasn't God smited all of these lands for their impudence?
He's biding his time, TJ.
I think God is an American, that's why.
Oh, that's
God
true.
is a real American.
God did unleash Justin Bieber on Canada, but then moved him here when we became.
Yeah, the more permissive we got to gays, the more Justin Bieber moved in. So
that's true.
But now he's kind of gone. So who cares?
All hell is going to break loose.
All hell.
One could come down from the Supreme Court saying this could start an unraveling where our country fractures like it hasn't since the Civil War.
I like how they keep mentioning that.
The Civil War.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk about a civil war. We could have another one over this.
Really?
You must prepare.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna have another civil war over gay marriage?
It's worth it.
It's worth it, TJ.
That's how they're talking.
Defend the Bible. Gotta defend the Bible.
I mean,
I mean, I guess it's okay. I mean, if you guys want to have another civil war, I mean,
it took its toll on America the first time it happened, but now on a scale like we have today, it would be devastating for something like that to happen. And they're talking about it like, oh yeah, we can have another one.
might have to have us another one of them civil wars.
No biggie.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, I guess it'd be interesting. Certainly keep the news compelling. Today, 200,000 more Americans died in Civil War II. Here's graphic footage of many of their deaths.
Yeah.
People be fucking posting shit on YouTube like, look at this cool death I got today on my fucking iPhone.
Civil War II brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
And Pepsi.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's coming.
They're toying with something
The
that's
end
like
times are near.
dynamite.
Would Coke and Pepsi have to
will
take different sides
destroy
in
our
the fucking
country.
conflict?
Do you think so?
I
We'll
think
have
that
to.
eventually, over a period of time, it will.
We are going to begin to train ourselves for nonviolent resistance and civil disobedience.
How are you going to do that? I mean,
We
like,
strongly disagree.
how do you do civil disobedience in this situation? I think that you're continuing to abstain from getting gay married is about all the disobedience you can really muster on this issue.
No, PJ, because other people can't either.
Like, if there was some law that said, like, you have to get gay married now, and then you're like, we civilly disobey, I would be like, this is rational. Let's do that, I guess. But that's not even happening. Someone else that isn't even you is getting the right to do what they want to do in such a way that it doesn't even affect you. So how are you going to be civilly disobedient against that?
We're going to begin to train ourselves for boycotts. And sit-ins.
Where are you going to sit in? I don't understand.
I don't know.
You going to sit in on the gay wedding? Like, yeah. Are you on the I guess you wouldn't be bride or groom. Maybe it would, some situations. But, are you on his side, or are you one of the protesters that's doing the sit-in? Because we got a little special section for you.
We're doing a sit-in.
We're doing a sit-in.
We're angry.
This cake is delicious, by the way.
All right, Jaclyn, thanks for being on. We understand you got to go.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to visit us, and just let us know when you want to come back on again sometime.
Lots of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Fuck off, Jaclyn.
Bye.
You're garbage, bitch. You're fucking garbage.
Nothing. You're garbage.
You got pwned by a fucking kangaroo.
Yeah.
By Captain Kangaroo.
Garbage.
Total fucking shit.
Before we move on, just want to let everybody know that we have relaunched all of the campaigns for all of the Drunken Peasants t-shirts.
Yes.
So they are up and running again.
Wait a minute. I see a shirt missing.
Which one's missing?
The Ben Cena shirt.
Oh, well,
Why isn't that back? Just because it didn't sell any?
Right. Well, it had the word Cena on it. But I thought I'd give it a shot just to see,
It should be a Scotty Cena shirt. They might buy that.
Yeah, if we put Scotty Cena on it.
Yeah, you got to put Scotty Cena on the shirt.
Earlier, when Scotty was like, one of my gay marriages is coming up, I'm like, oh, the unfunny comedian's like, yeah.
Unfunny comedians that learn about what humor is.
People have said that you guys are gonna have a love child called the unscotty comedian.
Nah. Happen.
No. Unfunny comedian does not love Scotty. He just wants to use him like the whore that he is.
Yeah. Use me like I was a whore.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Manson songs coming out
So
today.
the link is down in the description if you want to get a shirt. Some of them have already reached the point where they will ship no matter what.
Indubitably.
But it's easy. Go to the link and get a shirt. After you get the shirt, take a picture and send it to us, and we will feature it on the show. We'll probably go back and play everybody's pictures.
Yeah, we'll do a run through. Also, this is the last day of the month, so if you want to see our private shows,
if this is literally your last chance to see the private show or the special commentary, or to do a hangout with us on Google Hangouts. Where
on our private show, we're going to have our little brother Stevie, and we're going to talk about ghost stories. God. Ghost stories.
Yeah, Stevie told us this ridiculous fucking ghost story that he believes, and we're going to fucking call him on
You know what? I always notice, like, every story you tell me about Stevie is, like, totally in the wrong. But then you guys give him so much shit that he cried and told your mom on you.
Yeah,
and you guys got in trouble anyway.
We didn't get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
We were adults, by the way. We just laughed it off. And they're like, don't be mean to Stevie. You're like,
Shut up. Stevie's an adult.
Someone sent me a really interesting picture that I wanted to show you guys. It's similar. I think the guy who sent this to me is the guy who took this picture. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Okay.
He kind of pulled like what I did to Anita Sarkeesian.
Neat.
But he did it with someone else that we'll recognize.
It's the Big Show.
Yeah. You see Scotty?
Okay, I see it, yeah.
He looks kind of pissed.
I think that's just his face, though.
Look at him. He's like, whoa, what the fuck? You can't really tell how big he is from back there, but...
You can kind of get an impression if you really look at him, like, compared to, like, the table and the bar and shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude's
so
fucking huge.
Big Show was creep-shotted by this guy.
I think the Big Show has a good case against him.
Yes.
The Big Show needs to file a lawsuit against this piece of shit.
Right away.
Big Show is a big, strong man. He doesn't have to worry about it.
He's not oppressed like Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah, that's true. Not oppressed like Anita.
Anita Sarkeesian.
I mean, she tried to watch the new Anita Sarkeesian. I guess I knew. I think it's been out for a month or two. We tried to watch this new video she put out, like positive female characters. I think after about 3 minutes, we're like, just a horrible video. Everything she says is just so ridiculous.
That sucks so fucking bad. We tried to use new software tonight to do the show, and I guess we had this audio lag, and that's why we had all the problem at the beginning. So that sucks ass. Oh, and there was kind of a funny exchange because after the last show that we had on Friday, when TJ was running his mouth about eggs too and Scotty being the egg bitch, someone sent a drawing in, and Scotty was like, TJ, what did you say to him exactly? It was funny.
I don't even remember.
It was hilarious.
I remember. It was something like... He's like... What did he say?
It was so good.
He just got pissed. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he just got really pissed off. He's like, I can't believe that someone would draw this.
Yep.
And I hold you personally responsible, TJ.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm going to get revenge on you.
Okay, I remember now. I'm getting fucking revenge on you, TJ. You're fucked, dude.
I'm fucked.
You're fucked, TJ. And not in the way you like.
I'm fucked because I said something that someone else turned into a drawing.
Yeah. I hold you responsible, TJ.
I talked about Scotty in a pink tutu.
Yeah.
I hold you responsible,
I'm
TJ.
the egg bitch. Have some eggs.
And then someone drew exactly that.
Yeah.
I will be shortly announcing, not today, but probably next week, a contest with TJ. A TJ drawing contest.
Oh, fuck. But then TJ came up with another drawing contest idea when you said that.
Well, that's fine. He can actually implement it if he wants.
It now.
Yeah, he's an idiot. There's nothing to worry about from TJ.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll move on to the next thing.
That's a good idea.
No, let's just stay here.
Okay.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
See any good movies lately?
No, I was thinking about maybe seeing Jurassic World, but...
you said you were going to see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard mixed things. Some people have told me it's okay.
She's actually going to see Ted 2. Ted 2.
I heard that was really bad.
You have to see it anyway.
But I do like Seth MacFarlane, even though every time I say to someone that I do, they're like, "Oh, that's juvenile.
You're fucking stupid.
It's so juvenile.
Fucking stupid.
But I guess I'm pretty juvenile.
Yeah, you are.
I can't get past Mark Wahlberg. He reminds me too much of John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun.
When I look at him, I think of Marky Mark, who was I think John Cena modeled his character off of, basically.
That makes sense. They kind of, I can see the similar.
And they're both from Massachusetts, and they kind of have that accent.
Yeah,
know?
Boston accents are pretty hideous.
Yeah. Well, different parts of Massachusetts have different accents.
Yeah, but all Massachusetts accents suck.
Yeah.
All of them.
Every
And if you're
single
from
one.
Massachusetts, fuck you. Don't even watch this show, you piece of shit.
Perry, it's like Romans 1. I believe we were in those
they
days
win?
where God says, fine, all right, if you don't want to retain me in your knowledge, you want to just say, God, I don't
Romans
need
1.
you. Then
Won
God
this
says, well,
fluffy
fine, then
unicorn.
you just go have your own way, but you're also going to suffer the consequences of having your own way. And this is where this broader effort is going. They don't understand, I don't believe, what the end result will going to be, because they themselves are going to lose the civil freedom to do a lot of the things in their life that they would like to do, that they think are just going to be automatically there, not understanding that the only reason we have civil freedom, the only reason we have a First and Second and Third and Fourth and Fifth Amendment and so forth is because of the biblical underpinnings that permit it. When they throw all
Another
of
one
that
of these
off,
idiots. The Bible done said it, so then you get all your rights and everything from the Bible. You turn away from the Bible and God, you got no rights.
The Bible is the foundation that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights was written on, and when you take away the Bible, the whole thing just you know, it fall apart.
Basically,
man.
they're saying that there'll be no morality at that point, because you discard the Bible, then there's no objective morality. So then, how can you say this is really a law, and then all laws go bye-bye, and then it's just anarchy and chaos?
Sweet. Be like Mad Max. I need to get my costume together.
You're like, this is fine with me. I need a little bit more time to put my costume together. Can the world end in like 3 weeks, maybe 4?
Yeah, because I mean, like, if we have the Mad Max style apocalypse, then everyone gets like a cool outfit and some kind of weird gimmick that they do. That's just how the future is, the post-apocalyptic one. I'm cool with that.
you ultimately go just to the power of those who happen to
I
be
can
in
have
office at the
flamethrowers
point.
on my nipples.
It's
That could be my thing.
dictatorship, and I guarantee you, those right now who think and are savoring the moment because they think they have won have actually lost great freedom.
Yep.
They've lost freedom.
They think they've won,
but they've lost.
You have the right to marry the person you love now. You've lost so much.
You've lost so much. Your freedom's gone. All your freedom's gone.
The way that you have the ability to do things you couldn't do before, you might think that's more freedom, but it's less.
Glenn Beck is pissed off at Disney. You know, do you remember when they wanted to have like the official gay pride thing at Disney and they wouldn't do it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess, you know, when the laws changed recently,
Disney said they would do it now.
right, and they lit up the castle in rainbow color.
Oh, those
No! I'm never going to Disney
Glenn
again.
Beck is pissed.
Boycott Disney, Glenn Beck. Come on.
Boycotts work.
Yes!
And we have created a vacuum, and we do nothing. We do nothing. Let me give you another example. Floyd, thanks for your call. Let me give you another example. Disney. Now, who is Disney serving? Disney is supposed to be serving all families,
Satan.
right? Everybody.
All families.
How could they
But have you
possibly
noticed
do
that
that?
Disney doesn't necessarily?
That's
Disney
not.
is somehow going to fucking make movies
Disney
that align with every
is a
single
giant
family's
corporation.
values.
Disney's goal is to get as many people as possible to buy their products, go to their parks, whatever. That's what their goal is. It's not for all families.
Friday, they lit the castle up with the rainbow color.
Oh!
Okay. That's quite the statement, Disney.
And especially with their history, wasn't they used to get in trouble for not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So they lit the castles up.
Hold on. I mean, like,
on Friday. That's a pretty big deal. You got families there.
Rainbows.
You've got families there.
What if children see a rainbow?
They might ask what it means, and then they'll hear about butt sex.
What does it mean, sodomites? Oh, no, I want to be a sodomite. Why, Disney?
Why, Disney? You ruined my morality.
Why can't the reprobates know how they're sodomites?
A little 5-year-old boy can't stop thinking about dick now. Ever since he saw the rainbow. It's like, wait, isn't the rainbow supposed to be a sign for Christians of God's covenant with man and all that shit?
No.
Yeah, I
gay
mean,
pride now,
that's all
TJ.
the way back in the Old Testament.
Yeah, that's like, you know, after he
But
flooded the
TJ,
world.
look, it's been perverted by the gays.
Oh, okay.
Who've ruined it.
They've ruined it.
They've ruined it.
It's ruined.
Why is the Mom and Dad? Why is the castle in rainbows? Thank you, Disney. Thank you. Okay.
Why can't you just explain it to your stupid fucking kid, you moron? What do you mean? Thank you, Disney. Now I have to answer a question.
It's like, look, even if these Christians believe all this is the reality of the world they live in. They can't just be like, you know what, I hate this, therefore I don't want my children exposed to it in any way. It's like, how innocuous. It's like, the kid sees the cast, someone is like, why is it lit up this way? It's like, I don't get it. They just had a short explanation. It's in support of gay marriage. We believe gay marriage is wrong in our family. That's all these fucking Christians have to do.
Because they know you're sheep. They know you'll never say anything about it. You won't cancel. You will. They've got your kids, man. You're going to Disney.
They've been brainwashed, man. The corporate machines in
they
effect.
know you're not going to say no to them. They know the other side will.
The other side is going to say something.
Why is there your side and another side, you know?
There's sides, Ben. What side are you on, buddy?
God, he's so fucking red. He's supposedly sober, but he just looks like someone who drinks a lot. Either that or he tans too much. I don't know.
Maybe he's just really red naturally. Holy shit. I'm really short all of a sudden.
You're fucking short, man.
I'm like a midget. Okay. Sweet.
Will boycott them. You know, the other side, and I'm not just talking about gay. I don't want to make this into a gay thing because it's not. This is about boycotts in general.
Oh, it's
the left
boycotts in general.
Boycotts work.
Not always.
And so the other side is.
I mean, you'd have to have such a huge, you know, a boycott on such a huge scale.
Yeah. If like 50% of the people that were going to go Disney canceled, that would work. But I mean, let's be honest. Like, most people don't give a shit. They're just like, I'm going on vacation. Even if they're opposed to that, they're like, well, it's not like Disney said it was good. They just put up a rainbow thing.
Let's just say Mr. Repzion was still like a hardcore Christian and hated gay people.
He would still go see Star Wars.
Right. He ain't going to skip Star Wars just for the sake of some dumb boycott, even if that's what he wanted. No one's going to like, I'm not going to see Star Wars. I'm not going to see any Avengers films. You know, I mean, like, Disney has, like, a bunch of subsidiary studios, too. So, I mean, like...
Pixar.
Yeah, there's tons of shit you can no longer watch now because you've decided to boycott Disney.
I mean, plus Disney has a lot of, like, ultra family-friendly content to begin with. So it's like... I mean... It's not like gay marriage gonna pop into those. It's where it's like, you know, everyone's just generic and, like, friendly.
I mean, what are you gonna show your kids, the fucking Swan Princess and Anastasia? I mean, come on. There's way better shit by Disney.
The same shit happened to Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty, you fucking short now, bitch.
I'm a fucking hobbit, dude.
Scotty Cam.
Scotty Cam.
Scotty Cam.
Everything is behaving slightly strangely.
Yeah.
Just like TJ.
You see how slow the transitions are?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, man.
Fuck, man. Shit's awry.
TJ Cam full. All that shit's working. I don't understand.
I don't either.
Who knows?
I'll have to fuck with it later.
Unless we're getting in the red a little bit too.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
TJ's fucking red.
We can fix that. Oh shit.
Jeez, Ben. Quit fiddle fucking around, Ben. Ben's crazy, everyone. Ben's crazy and drunk on his own power.
Drunk on power, man.
Drunk on his own fucking power. Ben tinkers with the show.
I do. Okay.
Got a nice beat coming in from nowhere.
Do you want to see this video? These videos were not filmed at the same time, but this shows the difference in an open carry state between a white guy open carrying with an AR-15 and the cops approach him, and a black guy.
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that, especially after that.
Interesting.
Especially after that guy we saw at the beginning of the show who doesn't think that they're treated any differently.
They're not treated any differently.
This is almost a perfect example.
What's up, guys? SKS14 here. We're here with Warren. Hey, Warren, what are we doing today?
Just go out and exercise with a rifle today.
Want to tell them a little bit about your YouTube page?
Just for educational purpose, and also find professional, respectful, and constitutional officers in the state of Oregon. And make sure we still keep our rights here and
I have a right to carry
a gun.
Mark Guardian. Upstairs, I'm audio recording.
I have a gun.
I'm audio recording as well. Yes, sir.
The cop's like, I don't care if you're auto recording. You have to tell them though, because audio recording is considered wiretapping.
Yeah, it depends on the states, but yeah, in Oregon, I think they said they're in Oregon. It's like in certain states you need two-party consent, and in other states you need one-party consent, which is like you.
Neat.
I think I'm gonna drop. I just want to let everyone know that we may drop for just a moment, but we'll be right back. Because I'm switching because we're lagging. Okay. I'm gonna wait until it shows everything looking good. There we are. All right, we're back.
We're back.
All right, so
a dinosaur.
This cop is approaching this individual very calmly.
Can we see your ID, sir?
Yep.
No, sir.
Why not? Papers in order.
And they're like,
I don't have to tell
they're like, no, I don't have to show you an ID.
Nothing
I don't
wrong.
have to.
I have committed no crime.
I have committed no crimes. Foul police scum.
Any particular reason why you're carrying the AR, especially around this point?
I'm just exercising my right.
I understand that, but is there a reason why you're doing it?
I just want to walk around.
I need not answer your question.
Yeah, okay, so here's the black guy doing the same thing.
Yeah, I imagine...
Exercising his constitutional rights.
I imagine the police will be the same. They'll just pull up and ask him to show... Can we see your ID, sir?
Sir, what are you doing? I'm exercising my constitutional rights. We respect you, sir. Can continue on your way.
Well, according to Atheism is Unstoppable, that is what should happen.
That's obviously what's going to happen, TJ. Come on. We all know what's going to happen.
Let's see.
Just walking along. Just walking along. Cop's awfully interested.
Okay.
Huh.
It's funny because the guy in the truck over to the left was just getting in his truck when this shit started happening. You saw the guy walking down the street with the assault rifle, and then the cops pull up with their guns out.
Looks like the cops have the cop is brandishing his weapon and pointing at the guy.
Yep.
Huh.
He pulled out the gun. He's getting down. The guy, he's just walking up and carrying.
Don't you move. Blow you away, Darky.
Laws are different for you, boy.
Yeah, these are in states where open carry is legal.
So
no crime is being committed.
Because this guy is black, he's obeying the laws of the state, but a police officer has just pulled up to him and has pulled out his gun and is like, get on the ground. He's done nothing.
No crime is being committed.
Cop saying he has a reasonable
he has a reasonable, a probable cause to do this. What's the probable cause?
I'm pregnant. I'm 7 months pregnant. I can't.
Sit on the sidewalk, terrorist.
I'm audio recording too.
So
audio recording.
This guy jumps out, basically like draws his weapon, points at them, is waiting for backup to obviously to detain these people for doing what? As we see open carry, which is legal in the state they're in. What laws are they violating?
Well, you have to read Clause 32B, which states, unless you're black.
Yeah, if it's okay to do as long as you're white. Other races, we're gonna get a little bit more touchy. Black, no way. And if you're Asian or something, maybe we'll look the other way.
Case by case basis with the Asians.
Yeah, case by case. Yeah.
It's funny because these guys are pro-gun advocates, but in a way, it's like it almost accomplishes the opposite of what they're trying to accomplish.
Oh yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, it does.
It's like walk down the street with a machine gun, and you're going to draw a lot of attention to yourself.
No one is going to be at ease when they see that. I don't care what the race of the person is. I don't want to see people walking around with fucking machine guns.
Yeah.
You know,
someone just walking around with like...
You want like a concealed handgun? I mean, I guess I'm okay with that, but I don't want to see no one openly carrying fucking machine guns around on the street. It just, you know, I don't feel like looking at that for the most part.
I think I should be able to have a rocket launcher going down the street, TJ.
I mean, like, where does it fucking end?
I need a rocket launcher to feel safe, TJ.
Can I just drive a fucking tank down the street? Like, yeah,
Yes.
I'm constitutionally...
Oh, people are saying it's not a machine gun.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Oh my god.
It's a semi-automatic rifle.
A
more likely.
semi-automatic
It's a fucking
rifle.
machine gun. Any gun that goes fast
It
to
could
me
be
is a
converted to
machine
full
gun.
auto.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, so many people are saying it. It's not a machine gun.
Who cares?
It's not a machine gun technically, but it's they're not even referring to this gun. They're just referring to like a machine gun in general.
Not a machine gun.
I don't give a fuck if it's a machine gun or not. It's a machine gun to me. I'm calling it a machine gun. I don't care. Suck my dick. All this because he had a machine gun.
What kind of gun, TJ?
I think it's a machine gun.
A machine gun.
A machine gun. Aren't all guns machines anyway?
Every one of them.
So it's technically is a machine gun.
Even
Fuck
a
you
BB
guys.
gun is a machine gun.
It's a machine and it fires projectiles, making it a gun. So it is a machine gun.
All right, so we're gonna move on because the rest of this is kind of boring.
Just, you know,
but
he's laying on the street. We
interesting video. I mean, admittingly, we don't know the circumstances of either. But
Sure, but you know,
just taking it at face value, it's interesting.
Yes.
They were like, "Excuse me, sir, may I see your ID?"
Get on the fucking ground.
Yep.
Kind of a difference.
All right. So on our last show, I think it was our last show, we covered the YouTube idiot exodus. Was that on the last show?
I think it was. I don't know. Probably. It was on a show.
Well,
but
Brett Keane wasn't even gone for 24 hours.
Yeah, that sounds
so. I have a few things from Brett Keane. Here's Brett Keane.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio.
Hold on. Is it sped up? Is it sped up?
Wait.
It is.
but not even that. The interesting thing about this is remember Brett Keane said in his last video that we saw that he was done with YouTube drama. And he's like, read the Quran.
Read the Quran.
Read the Quran or the Bible, and he doesn't need to waste his time anymore. And now this video has been put up, maybe 1 or 2 days after he said that?
Yep.
So you're trying to tell me Brett Keane went back on his word for the 1 millionth time. What has he won, folks? A new car!
No, as well as Brett Keane Superstar and God TV Radio International. And of
Superstar.
course, don't forget my gaming channel that's been running for the past few days.
Is he higher pitched?
I don't know.
Ben, we actually had to look up his YouTube channel for his gaming channel rather, and we actually didn't find anything on there. It was just about how he got fucked over by Bethesda or something.
Yeah.
It's like Bethesda fucked me on Skyrim.
Since I
Or Elder
made that
Scrolls
video
something.
stating that I didn't want to do YouTube videos anymore.
Yeah.
It's been sped up somehow, but it's pretty good.
I think that we all have those moments, don't we? We have those issues where we just wonder
It has
why
been
we're
sped up.
doing what we're doing. But it didn't take me
Why we're
very
doing
long
what
to
we're doing.
realize that it's important for the message of
My
God to be
gaming
talked
channel.
about. It's
Games
important
you
to talk
love.
about
My
God's
Galen
love.
channel.
I mean, what else are you going to watch
Games
out?
you love.
Don't forget about my gaming channel. Games you love.
I think you're actually misunderstanding it. It's his Galen channel. It's a channel
it's a channel dedicated to Galen.
It's just a channel with Galen.
Yeah, it's a channel dedicated to Galen.
Yelling at a camera like he's...
It's actually a series of introspective conversations wherein Galen and Brett Keane probe each other's minds.
I wish Galen made more videos with Galen actually being in them.
I think
Those are
Galen...
great.
I always feel like Galen, he tries to write these giant videos and shit like, I'm going to make this epic masterpiece. In 32 parts, I will totally deconstruct this subject. And he just makes the project this giant mountain that he can't climb. And I'm just like, Galen, you're pretty good at extemporaneous speaking. Just get on camera and fucking ramble shit at people. He's like, but then they won't have the proper context. I'm like, they'll fucking pick it up as they go. I mean, come on. but he doesn't do it. You're a piece of shit, Galen.
Yeah, fuck you, Galen.
Fuck you, buddy. You had
There's
potential.
some kind of non-believer video where they tell you that there's no hope and that love is nothing more than biting into a candy bar. What kind of video is that? There's no hope in that. There's no love in that. There's no peace.
Love is no more than biting into a candy bar.
I believe it. Candy bars are pretty
So this is Brett Keen's weird way of explaining why he came back.
I've not even been listening. I'm just kind of like making fun of the sound of his voice in my head.
Like, oh yeah, Brett Keen's talking.
It's like, you know, when he starts talking.
No one is surprised. We even said it at the time. I'm sure, like, okay, this is gonna last like a day. Everyone knows the Brett Keen fucking story. Knows this is just his MO. I'm quitting YouTube. I'll never be here again. 2 minutes later, I'm back.
It usually takes him more than like a day to come back. Usually he's gone for like a week.
Yeah, he's lost his patience, I guess.
Pretty soon he'll be gone and then come back in the same video.
Dude, this guy has nothing better to do. So, I mean, is anyone even surprised with this? Come on, look at Brett Keen's life. Most of his videos are just made with him, like, lounging around, like, eating a sandwich. Yeah, so atheism's a bunch of bullshit. You know, it's like...
And check out my gaming channel.
Yeah, my gaming love.
You know, atheists want to tell you that, you know, human emotions don't amount to anything more than just a simple can of lima beans, and that's not true.
And sure, I eat lima beans, but I'm not related to one.
Yeah, you know, you can't tell me I'm a bean just because I'm
But I
shaped like a bean.
I like
doesn't
it
mean anything.
covered in butter. Oh, it's got to be covered in butter.
And there's absolutely no reason why anybody should try to do anything with their life if you're simply going to die and the universe is going to grow cold and non-existence is the only thing that is inevitable. Well, here I am to give you that message of love. I'm here to tell you that Jesus Christ is real. He's true. He died on the cross for your sins. He ascended 3 days later after death and actually
the Bible, dude.
How do you know the Bible's real?
Because God said so.
But he's not a Christian.
I'm not a theist, though. Don't call me a theist.
No.
He does say he's a theist,
don't call me a
Christian. He won't call himself a Christian.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, he won't call himself a Christian. He'll call himself a theist. I'm a theist. He says he doesn't even say theist. He says I'm a God believer.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm trying to fucking think. It's like no,
I'm a God believer.
Because people tried to call him a theist, and he's like, no, I'm a God believer. That's what it was. Yeah.
I think he does answer to theist.
Oh, he does.
He won't answer to Christian though, even though he does believe that Jesus Christ is his savior.
And died for his sins and all that shit.
I don't understand how he could say he's not a Christian. That definitely is like the one thing that you have to accept to be a Christian. So
I don't know, man.
We're just word slaving right now.
Right.
That's true.
By the way, I do have a G-Time Johnny video.
I'm G-Time Johnny. Does he sing?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keen from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out my Brett Keen Superstar.
So God TV Radio is already back. The world could not rest.
Thank God, TV radio.
Yes.
Finally.
I mean, I went on his channel and I looked and I saw like how many views is he getting, and it's like 300 views a video, stuff like that. I'm like, Jesus, this is just sad. Way more people see his shit with us commenting on it than actually go seek it out.
My God TV Radio International, as well as my favorite YouTube channel of all, my gaming channel, Games You Love, where we play video games and talk about the latest films. I want to first off start with congratulations to those out there.
Love is nothing more than plugging in a controller.
Yep, it's
Bite into a candy bar.
Games You Love. Bite the candy bar, plug in the PlayStation.
Remember they screwed him, TJ, because he bought a PS4. They didn't put the game out when they said they would.
Same-sex marriage. The people out there who find themselves attracted to another person of the same gender.
Straight to hell!
You feel that you have gotten your rights and your liberties and your justice. I've seen this all over Facebook. These are the kind of things that people posted. And I want to say that, you know, I'm glad, I'm happy, I'm fine that you got what you wanted, and I hope that you have a successful, happy life, and I hope this works for you. But if you don't mind, I am Brett Keen, and I do like to argue some different points, and people, you are more than willing, if you like, to try to debunk me on these different issues.
Okay.
This particular image that you see in the video, this is something that a homosexual held up in a parade, stating that marriage is about love, not gender. I wonder, if a homosexual doesn't believe in God, then where do they think that love actually came from?
Hold on.
I've already listened to atheists.
But plenty of homosexuals do believe in God.
But what if they didn't, TJ?
Okay. What if they don't? Sure.
Yes, and I've already listened to Godless. They state that love is nothing more than the stimulation that you get, the mixture of chemicals of biting into a candy bar.
What
So
the fuck
when
are
you
you
say
talking
that
about?
you
What is this
love
candy bar
someone,
shit?
what do you mean by that?
The fuck are you talking about, you
It's
moron?
just, you get the serotonin because you eat, and the dopamine because you eat the candy bar, and then, love.
Everything is just fucking chemical and electrical impulses in your brain. That's like the entirety of the human experience.
The Butt King.
And I don't just ask this question to homosexuals, I ask this question to straight couples too, because according to statistics, there's a lot of straight couples that apparently don't have successful marriages. 80% of marriages in America, this is Christian
How
and
stupid
atheist
can
alike.
you be? Apparently, a lot of people in America don't have successful marriages. Like, you're just now realizing this?
Can't seem to hold it together. A lot of people just aren't old-fashioned anymore. A lot of people, they get married due to sex.
Yeah, that's why it's called old fucking fashion. You stupid fuck.
Yeah,
a lot of people get married just for sex. And why would you get married just for sex? Doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna get married. I could just keep boning you with nothing tying me to you and no responsibilities, but I
Marriage.
think that, we could probably, fuck a lot better if we did it under the guise of marriage,
Under the eyes of God. Wait, I don't believe in God, so the eyes of the state.
They get married without even getting to know someone, and then their marriage ends abruptly or destructively with usually custody battles where children have to choose between their mother and father, and sometimes they don't even have a choice at all. They say statistically that marriages that fall apart,
The funny thing is, divorce is actually down. It was really bad in, the 80s, but throughout the 90s and 2000s, divorce rates have fallen.
I mean, I think divorce rates will probably fall because people are going to stop just getting married. We have to get married. It's something we must do. Now it's as marriage becomes more and more optional and really just seen as more of a formality or a legal union, you'll probably see less divorce because it's not just some institution that everyone feels pressure to get, to go into whether they want to or not.
Yeah, and who's providing that pressure, by the way?
children that grow up without their parents end up killing themselves.
What?
It's sad, it's horrible. But apparently children feel that they deserve to have two parents, and when they don't have two parents, it's very difficult for them emotionally, as well as that single parent that's taking care. I know that in a pipe dream type of concept, we like the idea of imagining a world where even if people are divorced, somehow the father or mother is going to continue to spend time with their child. But when you live somewhere else, the kid can't get up in the middle of the night whenever they're scared and hug you and hold you. The kid can't expect that whenever he wakes up in the morning, you're going...
hold on. Saying divorce, like, sucks for kids, that's one thing, and that's fine. But to say, like, you know, that's why, you know, these kids are killing themselves left and right because of divorce. Like, there's lots of reasons that kids kill themselves. Usually it has to do with being bullied at school, being, you know, something like gay or transgender, or just, like,
being
garden
abused.
variety depression, or, yeah, abuse. You know, shit like that. I don't think there's too many kids just killing themselves because, like, it sucks that my mom and dad broke up.
All thanks to gay marriage.
Let's see here.
Brett Keane sucks.
He does.
ManTime bubble brain, you're living for the dead. It's time to live for the children instead of your dead. ManTime bubble brain, pop on your head. ManTime bubble brain, recorded history changed you. ManTime bubble brain, you don't have to be a word slave of recorded history. ManTime bubble brain, you're living for the dead. ManTime bubble brain, live for the children instead.
Live for the children instead, TJ. Is that a message that resonates with you?
Oh, yes. Resonates so deeply.
ManTime bubble brain, pop! Pop! You can be from Earth. Look at this
goes
kitty
the world.
and that kitty and that dog too. We are from Earth. ManTime bubble brain. You're thinking we're from 2015. It's a recorded history accident. You must be honest like me. Pop! ManTime bubble brain. Love you, friends. Bye-bye.
Okay.
ManTime bubble brain.
So what do you get from that?
I get that
the children are the future, man.
Look,
they're not word slaves yet.
We're ManTime bubble brains, dude, and you got to pop that bubble with the wisdom of G-Time Johnny and understand, Earth time and ManTime and space time.
And, don't be a Catholic time
Taco
terrorist.
time and Catholic time and Protestant time. You got to understand all these different times, right? And once you've mastered time, then you can return to your what
about video game
primal
time?
Inner self without seeing the movements of.
Okay, I want to know about video
tacos.
game time, TJ. Like, how does video game time work compared to like real time?
Usually it's a lot faster.
So it's faster.
Yeah, you're walking through the open world in Fallout or some shit. You don't have to walk a full 24 hours for the day to cycle through.
And you know what? A lot of times you don't have to, in games you don't have to even talk to the other characters or anything, or even really interact with them like yourself. So you're not really a word slave. But they do use words in the games. These games need to stop being word slaves.
Yeah, they need to communicate concepts by blinking.
Yes.
Or singing like G-Time Johnny.
Next video, Church of Gale talking about Emerald Towers.
What is that?
It was the book she wrote in 2000 about when she first met Brent Spiner.
Oh, okay.
When Brent first fell in love with Gale.
Laurie McBride came around,
and there was a lot of ass rape involved.
Yes.
What a tragedy.
Emerald Towers is probably the most important piece of writing that I've ever made that would help me in a court of law. If I ever had
Oh,
to.
yeah. Certainly it would hold up.
Well, I've actually been in court with Laurie
Spiner gets up
McBride,
and says, "I want my marriage to
case.
Gale declared legal." This will be good evidence. Gale will produce her book, and the court will be like, "We side with Gale and Brent. Let them be married forever."
And Laurie McBride is sentenced to death by firing squad.
Well, obviously, that goes without saying.
Well,
but of course the guns shoot semen.
She's just about to say that, she did take Laurie McBride to court, and Terrence Jenkins was the judge. And Laurie McBride lost, and here's the reason why.
Simply because Terrence Jenkins executed the jurors.
So is she on the good guy side? I mean...
Yeah, well,
It seems like Gale is actually pretty evil.
She lives in a world full, you can't judge her by our standards of morality. You have to understand, shit's different in space. And when you understand, the true nature of the world with the Jesuits and the threat that they pose, it's like that scene in The Matrix where Morpheus explains why it's okay to kill innocent bystanders because, they're part of the system, you see? And those jurors were part of the system, and to leave them alive would have been to obstruct the true justice.
So even if they're not Jesuits, they're propagating the Jesuit system, so they deserve death.
So they have to die.
Well,
yes, correct.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
That was, and you can find all about that in Jesus, the Eternal Bridegroom. But Emerald Towers depicts my relationship with Brent Spiner from 1990 to 2000. I wrote it in 2000. When I wrote Emerald Towers, I had just figured out that Laurie McBride was a Vatican agent.
That's when she discovered Laurie McBride's true intentions and true identity.
Fucking Vatican agents, dude. They're everywhere.
And this story is how I figured that out. you see, Brent did talk to me on the phone in 1991, 92, and 93. And then the Vatican was able to cut it off using Laurie McBride. They inserted her into our relationship, and her job was to break us up. And this short story basically goes into my heart and soul as I was in the 1990s. And I kept my relationship with Brent a big secret because I was married at the time. And I was struggling with the morality of being in love with Brent while I was married to my emotionally abusive husband. And
strange picture for an atheist to take, you know what I mean? As an aside, you know, Hitler obviously... Oh, he was probably shaking their hands before he killed them, of course.
Yeah, before he's like, I will bring death to your religion.
Actually, when Brent spoke to me on the phone, I can remember with clarity, even to this day, what he sounded like, the yearning that he had in his voice. And I actually studied some acting to make a movie called Brent Spiner's Rape. And I'm using
Spiner's Rape.
I got it's so deadpan, but and I studied acting to make a movie called Brent Spiner's Rape. You know, it's like,
you know, I'm starting to feel for Gail, and it's like, you know, she's becoming humanized in my eyes. Like, I had this emotionally abusive husband, and all I could really rely on was Brent Spiner's love. I'm like, aw, she's crazy, but it's kind of cute. And then she's like, and that's why I wanted to make a movie about Brent Spiner getting raped. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're still Gail. Okay.
Yep.
acting skills to help me as a audiobook narrator. And I consider this reading of Emerald Towers my best performance yet.
Wow.
I'm sold.
Really got into the soul of Brent Spiner as he spoke to me. In other words, if you listen to the audio narration, you will hear exactly the tone of voice that Brent Spiner used when he spoke to me
You'll
on
think
the phone
Brent's there.
in 1991.
Yeah, that's how you're going to feel.
The torrid romance of Gail.
And of course he gets raped at some point.
Yes.
I
want to ask, I wish we could get Gail on the show so we could ask her, like, doesn't she think it's unusual that all of the men that are in love with her are getting raped, like, constantly?
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't she kind of stay away from them to help them out?
I mean,
Well, you know,
normal
Gail's very
people do
benevolent.
not get raped this much.
Well, Gail's a benevolent person. These people are only suffering because of Gail, because their love for Gail. They will not renounce Gail.
I mean, I'm against victim blaming, but Brent Spiner's been raped at least 50 times.
You know what, TJ?
So
that's because of his love for Gail, and he will never renounce Gail.
no matter how many times he's raped.
Yeah, well, it's just a tactic to get them to say, hey, you know what, the Jesuits are right, Gail is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if that was ever to happen, you know, the Gail would be destroyed.
Perfection in this reading. And even though this is a short audiobook, it is very... I spent 3 months writing this short story. 3 months. Every word I think I prayed over. The reason I started writing is because back in when God told me in December 1999 that Laurie McBride was a Vatican agent, that was when I had just come back from a mammogram.
This is such a fake website.
I just read it. We must first completely destroy Brand.
Yeah. I've been to this website before. It's crazy. It's a fake Jesuit website.
Order of the Jesuits. We are God's Marines. Yep. We are everywhere.
All right. I think we'll move on. I think we'll move on to something else.
Yep.
Let's see.
Poor Gail. She's insane.
You've known that for a long time, PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure do.
I sure do, Scotty.
I sure do.
I sure do, Scotty. You lovable little scamp.
All right.
Scotty's the egg bitch. Don't forget it.
Fuck you, TJ. Fucking piece of shit.
He is the egg bitch. Cuckoo, ka-choo, cuckoo, ka-choo.
Man, TJ. That's funny. You know, next time you fucking go say some shit like, man, I need to stop by this place or that place, I'm be like, I'm sorry, I just can't hear you, TJ. You saying I'm the egg bitch?
That's what.
Gotta drive past it.
Anytime, I'll tell you what, Scotty. From now on, anytime TJ tries to get you to do something, just think he called you the egg bitch, because
I didn't know that accuracy was so discriminated against here on this show.
Yeah, it was like,
say whatever you like, TJ.
Yeah. If TJ doesn't want to get something, he'll just wait, and Scotty will get it for him eventually.
I just have to kill Scotty.
Well, there's obviously exceptions. Like, he's like, give me some of this vapor shit. I'm like, fuck that, I ain't going there.
You at least tried, didn't you?
Then he's all like, give me some cigarettes. I'm like, I ain't buying no one fucking cigarettes. This shit's disgusting.
What would make you think that he would buy cigarettes for you?
I don't know. I haven't asked him to buy me cigarettes in a long time.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what he's talking about. He's crazy.
He's local,
He's all
man.
jacked up on eggs, dude.
Sam jacked up on AIDS, TJ? What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
On eggs.
Eggs.
AIDS?
You got the eggs, dude.
Eggs. Okay,
got the eggs.
All right, here's...
You're gonna die, Scotty.
Here's a black pastor praising Hitler.
Okay.
Huh.
Now I'm gonna drop something on y'all that a lot of people ain't gonna like when they hear what I'm about to say.
I don't think you guys
but
know
there's
he's
a
gonna say that.
man who these people convinced us was a madman. These people that I'm talking about told us that this man was a satanic agent. He was a mass murderer. And we believed it because they said so. Everybody say this: when you control literature, you control what people think.
That's pretty much Arnita Sarkeesian logic, only not literature. It's like they control video games, and then that controls what people think.
I say video game. In video game, women object. Women must be in real life must be object. I understand now. Thank you, video game.
I kill people in video game with no consequence, therefore can do same in real life.
Wow. Video game teach me everything I need to know. Never bother opening a book.
But if you did, it doesn't matter, because they control the literature.
They are always up to something. You gotta watch out for they, man.
Not they. Not they.
These illegitimate people called Jews convinced the world that a man named Adolf Hitler was a madman.
Hitler would have, like, killed you.
Maybe not this one. He'd been like, this one's okay.
He can be my minstrel.
You know, it's like, no, it's not, you know, I don't really like black people, but this one is not so bad.
And we all
Do you remember those Jews that went to, like, Iran and stuff, and they're like, yeah, the Holocaust never happened. That was, I think it was in, like, Religulous.
Yep. It didn't, dude. There's no way.
Come on, man.
There's no way it actually happened.
Those, you know, like Auschwitz, those places still left over. That's a big misunderstanding.
Steven Spielberg and, you know, light and magic bullshit, you know?
Oh, okay. It's all CGI and stuff. And
yeah,
none of it really
Photoshop bodies and, you know... Actually, those locations were like, you know...
And all the photographic evidence and the fact that they're...
No, those were like summer getaways for Jews, you know?
So those were fires to keep them warm, basically.
Yes, and, you know, they had access to movie theaters and books and, you know...
And they were all on a lot of them were on diets, too, I noticed.
Hitler put the Jews in those camps to protect them from the war that was happening, you know?
He was such a nice guy.
Because he's like, I don't want any Jews to get hurt. So he
but only Jews and like gypsies and stuff.
Yeah, because Hitler loved Jews, gypsies, homosexuals, and, you know, dissenters. So he put them in the camps to protect them
of course.
From the war that was happening.
It all makes sense now.
You know, it's all logical. Uh-oh.
Understanding that Hitler was a tyrant, that he was a madman. But I'm going to be honest with you.
Be honest, brother. Be honest.
After doing some research on this,
research,
I found out, and this is my opinion, that it was these liars and deceivers that Adolf Hitler was trying to cleanse the world of.
Yeah!
That's just my little humble opinion.
Hitler!
You
I
see,
can't get a Hitler chant
a lot of
going
y'all
in here?
don't know this, but Adolf.
Oh, man. Hey, man, we heard right from this pastor that Hitler was an okay guy. He was just trying to get rid of these liars and deceivers, dude.
He did some research and found out, like, all these Jewish people are all liars and deceivers, and, you know, Hitler was trying to deal with the problem.
But not Jeff Goldblum, though, right?
Yes, him too.
He would
No,
have
I mean,
been.
but not Jeff. Well, I mean, obviously
Yeah,
not
Jeff Goldblum
Okay,
too.
well, think about
Oh, this
TJ.
guy's a madman. Fuck this dude.
You know, lucky for the
Have you
Jews.
seen The Fly, dude? Come on. That movie's awesome.
Lucky for the Jews, TJ, they were able to convince the United States and Britain, and like Canada and these other countries to put their soldiers and lives on the line to save the Jews. It was all really about the Jews, TJ. That's all what it was. And the Jews are just master manipulators, and they manipulated everything in the world.
Well, as long as I get my Goldblum fix, I'm fine.
Nope.
Hitler studied the philosophical concepts of the North African people. And Adolf Hitler had come to realize the theft of African historiography.
Historiography.
By these
Maybe that's a word, I don't know.
deceivers, by these illegitimate Caucasoids who took on the identity called Jews.
They're illegitimate.
Hitler adopted one of the oldest symbols of God consciousness on this planet.
The swastika.
It's called the swastika.
Amen.
We have come to hate the swastika because we've been taught by these people that the swastika is a symbol of Nazi Germany. That's not true.
Wait, that is true.
It is, but it was a symbol of other things.
Sure, it was,
first.
but it was also a symbol of Nazi Germany.
Yes, and the Nazi swastika is like turned a bit more.
Yeah, they have it at an angle.
Yes, it's angled where most other swastikas are not.
Like they're straight.
Yes.
This guy's a lunatic.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I guess I can believe he exists, but it's just really weird to hear a fucking black pastor praising Adolf Hitler and his congregation being like, yeah, woo,
witness,
amen.
Now let me take you to school right for a minute here.
Take me to school, Reverend or Pastor.
If you look at the first
whatever.
of all, the swastika comes back to us from ancient Egypt, 10,000 years BC. And if you look at the swastika, what you will see, those of you of the craft, you will see 4 squares.
Wow. 4 squares, man.
Representing 90-degree angles.
Wow. 90-degree angles, 4 squares.
Multiply 4 times 90. You come up with a perfect circle of 360 degrees.
Woo! Holy
which
shit.
represents the sun.
Fucking, oh my God,
the
yes it
giver of
does.
life.
Wow. I'm going to get a swastika tattoo, you guys.
If only these Egyptians had known about, the real God.
Well, you know.
Yeah, it's too bad for them.
Yeah, they're in hell now.
What did he mean when he said the craft?
The craft, dude. Those of you of the craft.
Of the craft, man.
Was he talking about masonry?
Well, no, it's a brand of macaroni and cheese. You're uninitiated.
I thought they made craft breweries.
Oh yeah, that could be it too.
Oh.
So the swastika was actually an ancient Kemetic symbol that represented God consciousness.
Woo! Yeah.
Testify, brother.
Testify. Testify.
Amun-Ra, or God's son. Now I know
Sleep
a
now
lot
in
of
the
folks who hear
fire.
this ain't gonna like what I'm saying. I really don't give a damn.
You don't give a fuck.
My job is to tell you the truth, like it or not.
Wow. Yeah, the truth.
If you don't like it, do what you feel you got to do. But I'm going to tell it. Because when I stand before the Creator,
I can do anything
I'm
I feel like
my
I need to do. Like if I feel like I need to take a shit on the stage, and then you would step in it and slip and fall.
Do what you gotta do, TJ.
Do it.
Do it, because you said I gotta do what I gotta do, and that's what I feel like I have to do.
Look, he's just trying to tell you the truth about Hitler.
Head up high and say, I open the eyes of the blind. By telling them the truth that they didn't want told.
Fucking they, dude. It's not even the Jews that are the problem so much as they.
Dude, I'm just fucking sick of they. They is always getting into some shit. They is always fucking responsible for all this shit.
They is always.
They is always responsible.
They is always fucking responsible.
They. It's enough pro-Hitler shit
I can't.
for one day.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Thomas Herrick. How can atheists be embraced by those who
can't kill them all?
Believers and unbelievers are not two clearly separate groups like two soccer teams. The playing field for the contest between belief and unbelief is within each individual human heart and human mind. When talking to atheists, one often discovers that many of them do not reject the God of our faith, but instead they repudiate their own notion of God, which is actually a caricature of God.
Caricature.
You know what he's saying, right?
Yeah, caricature.
Yeah.
Caricature
so, TJ,
of God.
You're actually really not rejecting God. You're rejecting a caricature.
I'm rejecting my own personal internal caricature of God because I don't understand the true God.
Yeah, you don't understand the true nature of God.
If I understood the true God,
you would believe.
I would be a believer. But I reject him because I only see this ridiculous
If only
caricature.
we could see the truth. But we're just blind, so.
They themselves have created or uncritically borrowed from others.
Right.
When many atheists tell me what a God they don't believe in looks like, I'm obliged to respond, thanks God that you don't believe in such a God. I too do not believe in such a God.
Okay, the appearance thing is just like ridiculous. I mean,
what does God look like?
When
It's
an
like,
atheist says, like, "Oh, I don't believe in some bearded man in the sky," it's like, "Well, I don't believe he has a beard either." It's like you're missing the fucking point. You're just like jumping right the fuck over it. It has nothing to do with whether he has a beard or not. Actually, I think God has more of like a Freddie Mercury mustache going on.
Such a God truly does not exist. Thanks God. The chief antithesis and opponent of belief is not atheism, but idolatry.
Idolatry.
The only real opponent of belief is that type of atheism that is inconsistent. In place of God, it places another God, an idol, and it becomes idolatry.
No.
Hey guys, remember that time we worshipped all those fucking idols and shit? Because we don't have God, so we just like replaced it with idols. That was cool.
I did that.
I did that too. It was fun. I worshipped like a rock, and then I got sick of the rock's bullshit, so I went to worship a tree.
I actually worship a can of Coke.
Yeah, that's pretty reliable. Did you drink it, or is it just the can, or does it still have Coke in it?
There's no Coke left in it. It's empty. But I
So
was
you
like,
worship the can.
This brought me refreshment, therefore I worship it.
That's pretty wise to do, I think.
As many kinds of belief as they are believers, and as many types of unbelief as they are unbelievers.
Oh.
There is one type of atheism, however, that truly deserves our respect and understanding. I refer to people who have been wounded by evil, injustice, and suffering.
Hold on.
Some of
So wait, the atheists who came to it through like critical thinking and evaluation of the facts.
You are wrong.
I have no respect for you,
are
but
wrong.
if you come to it purely for emotional reasons, you are good.
You're wrong. Finito, TJ.
My kid died, so I fucking hate God now. I'm an atheist now. That's the only fucking time.
It's all right then.
Yep.
We respect that. Okay.
Say, I'd like to believe in God, but I'm not able to trust. Life seems tragic and absurd to me. Others react to the fact of evil by protest and are allergic to the very word God.
Every time I hear God, man, I break out in hives. Ugh. So fucking itchy.
God shakes.
Oh.
So cold in here without God.
That an atheist who protests against God is actually closer to God than an apatheist, someone who is apathetic and indifferent to God and religion. Even protest against God is a form of communication with God.
I didn't know that.
Wow, TJ, so this whole time you've been actually trying to communicate with God.
He hasn't responded. I don't have the G-Man 100% prayer success
TJ, but
rate
you've
yet.
closed your heart to God. If you open your heart to God, he would respond.
Oh. I don't know how to do that. Is there like a valve I can activate somehow? Like
you
a muscle
need to
I
pray,
can flex?
TJ. You need to pray.
Oh, okay.
Every night. Say, God, come into my heart.
But apparently I have been praying because he says that I'm still trying to communicate
But
with
you
God.
haven't been praying hard enough, TJ.
Okay.
Pray hard.
Pray harder.
Pray harder.
All right.
Pray with a different attitude.
Are you done with this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's garbage.
He's boring and his accent is dumb.
Yeah. All right.
Xenophobic TJ.
This guy's accent is awesome.
Did he respond to my marriage proposal, by the way?
I don't think. I don't know.
What do you think?
Hey everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to make a quick video to share some very important exposés with you all. They're left out in the description section below, and I highly recommend that you check them out.
Very important.
Yes.
The first one that I want you to look at is by my brother in Christ, Gons, from the face.
Gons, he's one of the godly bros.
Godly bros.
Yeah.
Godly bros. It's called CERN Watch: Rituals, Gravity Falls, and Satellites.
All those things
also,
have
we did a
so much in
fantastic
common.
expose on their latest episode and how this is blatantly all about this CERN project that the elite are working on. Gravity Falls is not what he seems exposed. And also, my brother in Christ.
The CERN project is basically for the Illuminati elite, according to the Vigilant Christian.
So because we're trying to understand more about the universe, obviously Satan is involved.
Yes, of course.
He always is.
RSC has put 2 videos out. CERN
Knowledge
Film,
is evil.
Symmetry Expose, Illuminati End of Time Ritual, and also Friday the 13th, CERN Powered Up Today, 2015. Wow, what a coincidence. Right.
What's the
Actually,
coincidence?
actually, you're right, Mario. It is just a coincidence.
A coincidence. That is like the definition. I mean, Friday the 13th to superstitious people is a day of bad luck. And coincidentally, that was the day they decided to do that. That is a coincidence.
Wait, so he really believes in, like, that's bad luck kind
Friday
of thing?
the 13th is the Satan day.
That's the day when, like, Satan's power grows a little bit.
Look out for black cats and walk underneath ladders.
Yep.
Oh, you spilled some salt. Now throw some over your shoulder. You broke a mirror. That's 7 years bad luck.
All right, so I'm just going to take a little moment here and tell you what I believe is going on. I haven't really looked into this as much as I would have liked to because I've been busy on other projects.
So you haven't done your usual painstaking research, huh? Wow. Yeah, I'm surprised to hear him say that he didn't do his
what is his research?
Due diligence.
He watches, whatever he's reviewing or talking about, and he takes notes like, oh, obviously satanic. Oh, freeze frame, more Illuminati stuff.
Vigilant Christian, I'm gonna show you what is research for you. Hey, everybody, look at this bottle. It's a bottle of half tea, half lemonade that I drank earlier. This bottle is satanic. Yeah. Oh, and these headphones I'm wearing? Look at these. You might not know this, but these headphones are actually
Satanic.
Yeah, and Illuminati as well. Satanic Illuminati. I've done research, and there's a random Bible verse. I don't know, Mark 3:12. That means something. So, boom.
I believe that as we move closer to the end times and the establishment of the Antichrist kingdom, the New World Order, and this New Age Illuminati Messiah that's going to be risen up in the world.
I mean, I'm the only one on this show that has a bladder. Yes. I mean, like, Ben and Scotty, like, are constantly getting up to piss. Like, it's a 3-hour show. Hold your piss. I mean, goddamn.
I can't.
It's absurd. It's ridiculous.
We need to have, especially as Christians, an understanding of how technology is going to play a role in end-time Bible prophecy. I believe
it's so fucking important for us to understand that, because if we don't, then, you know, we'll just be lost, you know? We'll be totally unprepared for the coming end times.
So fucked.
So fucked. It's just everything's going to be fucked. If you don't understand that this cartoon is satanic, then the whole world is over, basically.
God, to help us in this. To help us understand how transhumanism is going to...
I mean, he took Christianity and he takes it to like a whole new insane level. You know, people like him and Gorilla 199 and Mark Dice and even Alex Jones.
Yeah, I mean, Christianity, it's not about loving Jesus and, you know, being humble or any of that shit anymore. Now it's about exposing the end-time conspiracy. Satan at work in these cartoons that your children might watch.
Yeah, this is like...
TJ, I'm trying to understand what you're saying here. Are you trying to say that Mario is doing this for publicity?
I'm trying to say that he's fucking, like, reinvented Christianity into something that's even dumber than it was before.
This is his Christian YouTube channel, but he never really talks... I mean, he loosely talks about religion.
You see, as non-believers like you guys, you just don't get the message of the vigilant Christian. You know, people like you guys, what's wrong with the world? He's out here trying to preach the gospel. Like, you know, look, guys, we live in a modern age. The social media, the things all these kids are doing, the Twitter and the Facebook and the Instagram. And Mario just knows he needs to reach them in a place they'll see it. And you guys, how dare you go against him?
He's awesome. You're right.
You guys are going straight to hell.
Straight to the pits of hell. For Satan to stab you in the butthole with a big old pitchfork.
Yep.
Play out in Bible prophecy, Antichrist weapons, and things like this. These are things that previously, I mean, the church had no idea about. But now, we need to start integrating this into our biblical worldview. So definitely check out those videos.
Yeah, we need to add all this crazy shit to
highly
the biblical
recommended from me.
worldview.
And go ahead and share them. So this is what I think is going on. Look at this thing that they're creating. This is some pretty advanced technology. How are the elite advancing into...
What is it? I mean,
they're trying to open a portal to hell. Dude, I fucking, you know, I play the game Doom, and I know what's going on. The elite are just like, you know what? We can't really take over with, like, you know, the current militaries and stuff, but, you know, what if we opened a portal to hell?
And then Satan's armies can march
they
through.
can just go do it and be like, you know what, are you a non-believer? Like, yes. Oh, here's, you know, $1 million in a mansion. Are you a believer? Yes. Die! Ah! You'll be crucified! Ah! Suffering and pain!
Unless they're attractive, then they become slaves to the non-believers.
That sounds good, too.
Technology.
This is my harem of Christian sex slaves.
So rapidly. I believe that they are in communication with fallen angels. Other people in the truth movement are saying that the elite, the government...
It's not...
Wow. So I'm pretty much right.
It's not like the steady advance of technology. This is obviously like some demons told us this shit.
Does Mario look at his phone and is like, I don't trust this. This is the work of the devil.
It's pretty advanced technology.
Steve Jobs was in league with Satan when he created the iPhone, so I don't know if I can trust it, really.
Is he going to become like the new Amish as time goes on?
I hope so.
With aliens who have this advanced technology from another world. That's kind of true, but they're not aliens. They're fallen angels. The Bible talks specifically about how Satan was cast out of heaven and he came to this earth and has deceived mankind into... you know, trying to fulfill the Antichrist kingdom. And
I love how he says that so authoritatively, too.
This is what I believe is happening here.
You know, even within the false premise of, like, aliens gave us this, he's like, actually, it's not aliens, guys. What it is it's fallen angels. Like, oh,
it's
wow.
It's like a moment of clarity. Like, oh, I was trying to figure out, I'm like, aliens, fallen angels,
Aliens almost made
Chupacabra,
sense, but, you know.
What is it?
Chupacabra.
Actually, you guys, it's not fallen angels. What it is it's werewolves.
Oh!
Yeah,
it was werewolves.
Werewolves shared this technology with us.
I was pretty sure it was vampires. Are you sure it's not vampires?
No, Scotty. It's not vampires.
This sounds like
it's
some
werewolves.
This sounds like a Twilight argument.
It is
to me.
Fuck you, TJ. Vampires, bitch.
No, Scotty. It's werewolves.
You know what? The Bible backs me up, TJ.
Team fucking Jacob, Scotty.
Might have to take this outside, TJ. Might have to take this outside, buddy.
This is an advanced fallen angel technology for the purpose of what I believe it is to...
Are you kidding me? Advanced fallen angel technology?
Fallen angel technology.
This is fallen angel.
You are insane.
Fallen angel technology.
Like...
I would say, like, Mario would jump the shark, but I don't think there's enough sharks left in the world.
Rip a hole in the fabric of space in order to allow the fallen angels to manifest themselves in our dimension.
Wow,
They've
Scotty,
kind of always...
you were right, dude. He's opening a portal to hell, dude. You were right. He did.
I fucking told you, man.
He jacked the plot from Doom, dude.
I guess he's going to Stargate.
It's really more similar to Doom.
It sounds more like Doom to me, though. Yeah. So.
Been showing us that this is what they've been planning to do. If you follow my Media Exposed series, you know that I've talked repeatedly
Stargate
about the
was
fact
just them
that the
letting us
elite
know
will
what they were
hide the
gonna
truth
do.
in plain sight.
Why would they tell us what they're going to do?
We're gonna just to fuck with us, I guess. You know, here's what's gonna happen. We put it in this box office flop. I mean, Stargate was not a hit even.
It was a bigger hit on TV.
Right, the TV show was actually bigger.
Yeah.
So why, if these Illuminati were gonna like put it in some movie, wouldn't they put it in a movie that was gonna be a big like success?
But TJ, they need to condition the people for when the time is right, so the people are not like sitting there like, oh my God, Fallen Angels, like, oh, there was like a movie with like Kurt Russell or something.
Oh yeah, this is just like that Kurt Russell
sciencey
movie.
stuff happened, and then a portal opened. It's all good.
So like if something like Independence Day happened, we'd be like, oh, there's like that movie with Will Smith. Oh man, it's no big deal.
Yeah, we're fine.
We know what to do now.
Send Will Smith out there with a jet. He's got this figured out.
And Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, God, you're garbage, TJ.
I got to take it back there.
They're always going to tell us what they're doing in secret.
He's a good actor. Fuck
in
you
a way
guys.
that's to desensitize
Earth girls are easy.
us. They put it in movies and TV shows, so that way it's out there, but hey, it's movies. That's not really going on, but ultimately it's mind control.
So it's just
Stargate
like,
was
it's there
about
to trick
this
us, to
advanced
desensitize
circular
us,
machine that,
so that when people
ripped
say
a...
it, we don't believe them, even though they're obviously so credible.
Well, look, dude, the Vigilant Christian's been making videos for a long time, and people still mock him. Which I just don't get. I mean, look, Mario's out there just trying to tell the truth to you guys. He's putting the information in front of you, and it's all very well sourced and perfectly researched. And people are still going, I don't really know about the stuff with Mario. Look, Mario is trying to help you guys. One day, when the fallen angels come through the portal and we're all being tortured,
Mario doesn't even utter a word that he can't document.
Mario will be raptured up to heaven and be like, sorry guys.
Tried to warn you.
Tried to warn you. We haven't seen him like going up to heaven. Bye, Mario. If only we'd listened.
Hole in the fabric of reality, allowing people to walk through into another dimension, in and out. And there was all sorts of occultic New World Order symbolism. I mean, look at all of these occultic New Age symbols that are all around this machine.
Yeah, I don't recognize them, so they're scary.
They're scary.
And then there's the pyramid. Oh my God, a pyramid! Fucking pyramid. You know what that means.
On the old DVD cover. And if you remember Stargate SG-1, I mean, these are some demonic looking fallen angel creations.
They look like they're just slight variation on like Egyptian motifs.
That's what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, so you're stupid.
There's a lot of Egyptian symbolism in Stargate.
Yep. But no, it's actually Illuminati satanic.
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
That also one of the agendas is to take the creation that God did and to warp it, to create abominations. And here we have these reptilian humans.
Man,
so
imagination is fucking disgusting. You guys ever notice that? It's so evil to like imagine things, you know, because that really perverts God's creation.
And I mean, these characters were like the antagonists in the story.
Yeah, they weren't even the good guys. Like,
not at all.
If these are like supposed to be our like coming like masters, shouldn't like the message in the propaganda be like, you cannot hope to resist these creatures at all, and you might as well just be subservient to them.
Or you should just trust them.
Yeah, trust them completely. They know what's best.
Yeah, I mean, like, wouldn't it be some message like that? Why would we be struggling against them and like valiantly like beating them against all odds and shit?
What would make more sense for Mario's narrative would be like the humans are like, they come and like are spreading like, you know, medicine and like helping people like, I have never walked my whole life. And there's a group of humans like, we hate them for no reason, let's kill them. And then there's a group of humans like, we have to defend them.
Yeah, like,
that would make more sense.
There'd be like so much better propaganda to do, where it's like, oh, you know, they make us like sympathetic towards these fucking creatures that are gonna come one day and like conquer our world, basically. But instead, these shows kind of like breed antagonism towards anything that's different like that, so it doesn't make any sense. Even within the context of his own bullshit narrative, it doesn't make sense.
No, not at all.
So this is the advanced technology of the elite, hidden in plain sight, and it's all about breaking something, breaking the fabric of reality in order to break free. Now notice, obviously they have to show you the Illuminati symbolism.
Image.
The A just happens to be an eye and a pyramid, just coincidentally, right? If you still believe in coincidences when it comes to this stuff. But another thing that's very...
fucking idiot.
Nothing is a coincidence.
Nothing ever is a coincidence.
Unless
nothing,
he does something.
Nothing is just like an artistic motif or anything like that, or just like someone being imaginative. It's always some fucking conspiracy. I love you. You know, just because you're totally bereft of imagination, Mario, doesn't mean everyone else is.
I mean, in the story of Stargate, the aliens came during ancient Egyptian times and took over the bodies of some of the Egyptian people.
Almost like Scientology.
And like took them back to their planet through a Stargate.
Bastards.
And a lot of them ended up like working as slaves, mining something.
Yeah, like shouldn't he support that movie, because it's basically like, it's almost like backing up his narrative, like, yeah, we gotta worry about this shit, aliens enslaving us, but really they're demons. Demons. I've actually heard that theory about signs before.
Oh yeah, they're demons, they're not aliens.
People have said, oh, well, they're not actually aliens, they're supposed to be demons. Like, they never say that, so, you know, that's just that's a fan theory.
They're demons.
They're demons, dude. And it's like, it's still a shitty movie, regardless of whether they're demons or aliens.
Not to that context. If you look at the context of demons, it's a great movie.
It's like, once you realize they're demons, it's a masterpiece.
Oh. I never thought of it that way.
Wow, now they have put it that way. I love it.
Nope, still a piece of shit.
Interesting, and points to the fact that I believe that they are trying to call upon the fallen angels to come through.
Is that like Shiva or something?
Yeah, it looks like some
Hindu.
Indian god thing. Yeah. But I guess that's satanic, too. Everything's satanic.
It is.
Everything's satanic.
Everything's satanic when you're part of a team.
Yeah, man. See this vape here? Satanic.
The satanic Illuminati vape.
So TJ, tell them all
Illuminati, man.
Tell them about the like button.
The like button.
It's a good thing.
Hey guys, do you want to help us combat the satanic Illuminati that secretly control the world?
Well, I sure do.
Then press the fucking thumbs up button.
I'm doing it. I'm pressing it.
This is how you stand up against the fucking Illuminati. Look at that arm fat jiggle. Look at that shit.
It's jiggling.
Get it.
Thumbs
your
up.
Thumbs the fuck
jiggle.
up. Get your thumbs up. Click it. And then
how many likes?
Create a second account and click it again.
Ben, how
and
many
then create
likes
a
do we
third
have?
account and click it again.
Shut
and
up,
then create
TJ.
a fourth account and click it again.
How many likes do we have, Ben?
And then create a fifth account.
Shit.
Click it again.
Let's see.
And then a sixth account and click it again. Keep clicking it. This video needs 25 million thumbs up, and I will be satisfied with nothing fucking
Shut up,
less.
TJ.
You shut up, Scotty.
Shut up, TJ.
Right now we have 1,300.
Why don't you go suck on a fucking egg, Scotty?
Now,
Better than fucking an egg like you, TJ.
1,400.
This is pathetic. TJ, jiggle your arm fat. TJ will not stop jiggling his arm fat until we get 2,000 likes.
Behold.
Full screen, Ben. Behold. Arm fat. Nothing else exists in the universe but TJ's arm fat.
This is your life. This is your existence. This is all you boil down to, unless you click that like button.
I don't know.
Click it. Click it.
Click it.
Click it. Click. Arm fat.
I am powerless to resist the arm fat. Powerless.
We got to 1,700.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Thanks to everyone who hit the thumbs up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm glad that
TJ has left the building. What? TJ's regressed to like first grade. I make poopy noise.
Yeah, man.
I'm funny.
Time to fucking poop in your pants, bitch.
Dude, you know another thing about Stevie being on?
We can kick him in the fucking face.
No, we can also embarrass him with the smoothie story.
Oh yeah, didn't we do that last time?
We did that, but it's always fun to embarrass him with it. And other people might not have seen that.
Now we need to think of we need to write down some other embarrassing Stevie stories.
So we're gonna embarrass the shit out of Stevie on the private show.
He turns really fucking red.
And he's gonna turn really red and be like, "Okay, guys."
Like Glenn Beck red.
Glenn Beck red. That should be like a Crayola color.
It should. I was thinking the same thing when I said it, dude.
Glenn
Our
Beck
minds are as one, Scotty.
That's arm fat, dude.
That's my favorite crayon.
Arm fat.
A lot of people have criticized the way you pronounce the word crayon. A lot of people say crayon.
Yeah, some people say crayon, but most people I know that are reasonable say crayon. And
crayon.
That's what Brett Keane calls the Koran. So
he calls it the crayon. So we're sticking with crayon.
The crayon.
It's a Crayola crayon, motherfucker.
There's words that people argue about. It's like pecan.
I'll say tomato.
No one says tomato.
I say tomato, Scotty.
What are you, British?
I say tomato, Scotty.
Yeah, you're fucking full of shit, dude. Everyone in America says tomato.
I say tomato.
Be the one to change it. You'd be like, oh, it's a tomato sauce.
I will take a tomato, good sir.
I've never heard anyone order a tomato.
I'm going to do it next restaurant we go to.
Yeah, just go like, I would like a tomato.
I would like one tomato.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
And your finest bottle of tap water.
You're a moron, TJ.
Still or sparkling?
Sparkling.
Still.
I remember I ordered water in Europe, and the guy asked if he's like, do you want gas?
Gas?
And I'm like, well, I hope I don't get gas, you know?
No. What is this, American law? Say no nothing.
One time we ordered some Cokes in Italy, and the dude's like, American champagne.
Yeah. One time I ordered something like a Coke or an iced tea or something, and I got a beer.
Yeah, I remember that. Me and Ben were sitting there, and Ben's like, Coke, and I'm like, Coke, and it's like they brought me a Coke, and they brought Ben a beer. And it was like, okay.
I was like, all right.
I guess just you get a beer.
Yeah.
You're just that kind of person, Ben.
Can't go to waste.
You just get beer automatically.
All right. I think it's time to wrap it up. I think we'll be back tomorrow.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. We'll be back tomorrow.
See you guys on the morrow. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck